Eru, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gonna murder that.
Bow. What's good, guys? It's your boy Eru. As you can hear, my voice is a little deep. I am not feeling good, y'all. So I've been fighting it the last couple of days. You guys know I've been snorting like crazy while I'm doing the podcast, man. But it's starting to catch up to me. I'm trying to make it to the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, man. But yeah, your boy Eru doesn't feel good, but the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm late is because I had to say hi to my kids. My wife wants to say hi to me, and my son wanted to show me some Sonic poster and stuff. Like, come on, kids, ain't got time for this, man. We got some podcasts to do. So anyway, the Knicks are handling the business so far, man. 14-8. From just from glancing at the game as I was setting up and stuff, I see the Knicks spacing is really good tonight. The Miami Heat, they play similar to us. They come from the same school. Tom Thibodeau with Spoelstra, with the Riley stuff, with Jeff Van Gundy, even Stan Van Gundy. There's a lot of remnants of all these different guys. They all basically run the same style. So shout out to the Miami Heat. They always come prepared. They always come in shape, and things of that nature. Turn my light on. Yeah, man. So your boy Ebro is here. Peace. I see Kareem Grant is the first one, right? So Kareem Grant says that the Knicks signed Clarence Weatherspoon and Zaza Pachulia. Remember Zaza Pachulia? I thought Zaza would never retire, man. That motherfucker, he played. It seemed like he played like 30 years in the NBA. Never really that good, but was managed to play a lot of years in the NBA. So that's all it takes: size, effort, and that type of thing. I'm having problems with this MSG Go app. It's something having to do with the internet, no, not the internet, just the website, I think. Because I had no problems with TNT, I had no problems with ESPN playing the game, but for some reason MSG Go, they just really don't want you to watch the game. So I'm gonna see if you could watch it actually on another platform here. Let me see if I could do ESPN, because I think it's blocked out because MSG has precedent, I guess. I got to try a different app. If anybody has anything that can help me out with the game, it'd be much appreciated, because this MSG Go app, it was working fine, but now all of a sudden the shit is just not even trying to work anymore. Yeah, so ESPN doesn't have it on thing, because it's exclusively for MSG. So that sucks. But while I'm trying to figure this thing out, man, the Knicks finally got an All-Star. It's Julius Randle. So shout out to Julius Randle for finally making the All-Star team again. He was able to put last year behind him, and this year he's literally been playing really well. A couple snubs, man. You want to say Brunson right off the bat. The fake All-Star Halliburton got called before Brunson does, which kind of annoyed me, because I'm looking at the man of the Indiana roster, and not just the roster, just the standings for the NBA. Let me take a look at that. The standings for the NBA right now, the Pacers are below the Knicks right now. They're in the 10th place. 10th place with a losing record. So how the fuck did Halliburton get a nod over Jalen Brunson? And outside of that, how come Harden didn't get picked? I would have rather Harden get picked over Halliburton. So I don't know what that's about. I think that's just like the coaches rewarding a kid, that they like. I think that has to do with that, the politics of the NBA. So I don't know how they chose Halliburton over Harden, if anything. Besides Jalen Brunson. Another player too, Trey Young. How they didn't pick Trey Young over Halliburton? Doesn't make any sense. Let me blow my nose, guys. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. This politics of the NBA. It's really a popularity contest. The coaches, I think, pick the bench. The fans pick the starters. The coaches and stuff pick the bench. So I mean, the fans are gonna pick whoever they pick according to what like worldwide what people like, and then the NBA coaches are gonna pick whoever's like in good, standing within the coaching community as far as that's concerned, man. So Halliburton's a good kid. He got the numbers, what, 20 and 10. So he got numbers, but the thing about his team is not good. So that has to factor in who becomes an all-star. So shout out to Halliburton, shout out to Julius most importantly. Shout out to Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo got the nod at the other forward spot. But you can't deny either. You can possibly pick other people. Um, but it is what it is. There's a lot of good players in the NBA this year. A lot of good players numbers wise this year, not necessarily playing wise. For some reason, the stats this year are totally overblown, man. Yeah, so shout out to my nose. It's just running like crazy. Anyway, 16-8. Knicks are playing their style of basketball. There's a really good spacing out there. Man, he's playing really good, solid defense as well. They're basically playing man. They're playing the zone. They're kind of playing like a man zone kind of thing, hybrid kind of thing. RJ Barrett was able to get all the way to the basket uncontested. Shout out to the last game. This guy Tom Thibodeau is a freaking moron, man. He didn't play RJ at all in the last few minutes. Those guys, if you was to switch RJ in and out of the lineup during that time period, maybe that would have been enough to get these guys rolling, in some kind of rhythm and stuff. But to keep them out there, let them burn each other out to the end of the game for all those minutes, because that's essentially what the Lakers were doing. They were rolling guys in and out of the lineup to keep them fresh and whatever, just to keep them whatever. So I mean, like, what if guys got into foul trouble? Then you would have to substitute guys in there just because of foul trouble. That's just annoying, man. So here we are back with the in a new game here at MSG, Knicks versus Miami Heat. Right now the Knicks are getting a little stagnant. Too busy doing a little bit too much one-on-one stuff. That's what gets the Knicks in trouble. Once the Knicks start doing one-on-one stuff, it definitely gets us in trouble. And then we start to rely on it, and then we start panicking with it, and not moving the ball and that type of thing. So that's our problem as a Knicks team. Shout out to Big Butt Lowry out there, man. He got the fattest ass on the whole NBA. Whew, no disrespect. Excuse me, no disrespect to Lowry, man, but he know that. There's a meme going around with where they put like some girls, uh, you know, some girls backside with some bati shorts with Larry's face on it. That's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. He got the best butt in the NBA. It goes Jimmy Butler, old man Jimmy. I wonder what the Miami Heat's gonna do, because they're like a team that's like, oh man, look at freaking Martin. Is that Martin with the block on Julius? Two-handed dunk attempt by Julius, and he was blocked. No reaction. These guys are just all business, man. Coming up down the court, no pumping their fists. Make a good play and keep playing. Same thing with Julius. Julius keep coming right at him, not really complaining so much. Right on cue, Julius Randle's going crazy. So listen, guys, I am at let me see. NBA.com is betraying me still. It is 19-11. So this is when Julius Randle got the foul here on the drive. He finally got the foul. He's getting some free throws. He's still arguing with the refs. I'm at the 5:22 mark. So I was waiting for the time to come. I'm at the 5:22 mark with Julius Randle at the free throw line. He has a nice shape up. He hasn't shaped that thing up all year. So he finally decided to work a taper along with the nappy fro. It looks good. I would have preferred him to keep it completely natural, but the little taper will keep it fresh and keep him looking spiffy as it grows in and stuff like that. So that's what I would have done too. Yeah, man. So let me shout out to you guys here. We got Kareem Grant, number one. Who's this? Jeremy, excuse me, Royster. Excuse me, my man. Yeah, man. You guys got to bear with me tonight. I actually might throw on the shades because my eyes are burning me. The light is getting to me, so I might have to throw the shades on tonight, man. So it's not me trying to be a superstar. I just don't feel good. We got Generation JL. What's good, man? So you hanging out with me all the time, man? Listen, if you want to get on the pod, bro, like you see me, whatever. If you like, we matter of fact, me and you have had ideas to do stuff, man. So let's do it. You see, I don't usually fuck with nobody. I don't have nobody on the channel. Now I used to try to get people on here, but I'm tired of chasing people, and I'm tired of having to like not necessarily beg, but like people are, like they want to come on, and then you try to get them on, and they don't pop on, or you see them on somebody else's channel. How whatever, man. I'm just a little bit tired of that shit. Been doing this for a little while, and guys still fucking around with you. So it is what it is. Don't take it personally for anybody that think I'm talking about you. But hey, shit is annoying a little bit. Shout out to what's the name, McIver. Geraldine McIver, excuse you. Always got to say the full name there. Rob Bracey's here hanging out. Uh, what else we got going on here? Got a lot of paragraphs, man. A lot of paragraphs here. I feel like I need to put the paragraphs here. It said, Tips better not have Deuce running. Yo, man, that last game, yo, what is up with this MSG Go app, man? So I mean, they're really featuring Julius Randle right now. Right now, Miami Heat has no offense going, and they keep going at Julius. Julius is getting frustrated right now. So I mean, this is the problem. You're gonna get Julius Randle's our only offense at the moment. So then you're gonna get Julius Randle frustrated by constantly having him go one on one. Miami Heat are built to make him be frustrated. That's why Haslam is out there. For Christ's sake, Haslam hasn't played it in months. You know what I'm saying? So Haslam's out there going to get minutes out there just because Julius is there to frustrate him. So he came right into his space to make him draw that offensive foul. You know, so goes Haslam there driving down on Julius, kicks it out to number 7 Lowry. Lowry back out to Martin. Martin is driving all the way. Is his name Martin? I don't know who the hell that guy is. That's not Martin. That's somebody else. It's number 91, number 21, number 31, whoever that. Oh, that's what's my man's name? Let me get the names right, guys. Who is that guy? Struss. There you go. That was Struss there. Yeah, so I mean, like Miami Heat, if they're gonna defend Julius Randle, you have to frustrate him. Send bodies at him, send fresh bodies at him, different different defensive looks at him to make him frustrated. Once Julius Randle is frustrated, you cut the head off the snake. Brunson is not playing tonight, so now we're gonna have to rely on IQ. Fournier just came in the game just now, ice cold off the street. He's got to come out there and give some offense for us. But that's how you're gonna beat us tonight. Cut the head off snake, Mr. Julius, and then force the rest of the guys to beat us. And that's just the old school Miami Heat way, man. Here goes IQ. IQ's playing point guard, looking. He disregarded iHeart there. This guy, Quentin Grimes made a nice strong drive there. That guy is extremely athletic. You can see him very explosive getting to the basket. He gets up pretty high. But shout out to Hartenstein, who is the best offensive rebounder on the Knicks. Fuck Mitch Robinson. I think Hartenstein is our best offensive rebounder. Like if you guys want to argue me about that, argue me with your moms, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because Julius, good defense there. Like I said, that's Haslam, right? Haslam in there playing really good defense on Julius Randle or whoever this cat is. There's so many guys on this Miami Heat. I don't even know who the hell they are. Got Haslam. I think that's High. What's his name? Highsmith. Highsmith is pretty good. I don't know where these guys, where Miami Heat finds these guys, but I mean, guys like Struss, High, whatever his name is, Vincent. You got that dude Martin. All these guys are bargain basement dudes, man. They're just overachievers and whatever, and they finally made it to the NBA and they're contributing. There's a guy that just popped in. And he looks like an NBA my player. Some guy that just came in there. I don't know if those are dreads or braids that he has up in a ponytail. He has on a full grown man beard. He looks like it looks crazy. Who the hell is that? Who the hell is that? Sheesh. That might be Gabe Vincent, right? Is that Vincent? Yeah, that's Vincent. So Vincent grew his hair out. He got the braids with the ponytail. Kind of annoying. These NBA players, man. Throughout the NBA players always match the hairstyles for the time. So I mean like this guy right on cue goes for the layup there. Talk about homie Jimmy Butler had fake dreads. Like, come on, man. But having dreads is the style of the time. So he felt like he needed to do that to be part of the thing. Now he's back to the braids thing. You know, like Jalen Brunson has those braids that he has. So that's like the new style. Everybody has it. Shout out to Quickly Has It. Back in the days, thank God not too many people had the Jerry curl. But you got AC Green and freaking Michael Cage had Jerry curls back in the days. Not too many other people had Jerry curl. If I'm not mistaken, Buck Williams might have had the Jerry curl briefly. Yeah, man. Ladies NBA players always mock whatever's hot at the time. But sometimes just because something is hot doesn't mean you need to rock it. Shout out to De'Aaron Fox. He had that crazy afro thing going on, and he finally cut it and just got a regular fade. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta dumb it down and just be yourself, stop trying to be part of the trend, you know? So anyway, Gabe Vincent pulls up for three. He knocks that down. Right on cue, man. So I mean, the Knicks are up 28-20. So I mean, they did a good job of frustrating Julius right now. So now the Knicks got to try to find some offense, so they can sense the Miami Heat pushing, pushing, pushing. So Tom Thibodeau calls a timeout right on cue to try to get these guys right. But Tom Thibodeau, I don't know what he be doing during timeouts. I don't, it just doesn't make any sense, man. The adjustments that he makes on timeouts. Let me continue going on with this chat here. Uh, Once again, shout out to Rob Bracy too, man. Before you out of here, Rob Bracy with the best picture in all of YouTube. Went to JC Penney's to get that joint. Definitely comfortable IQ handling the start and rolls backing him up. I'm comfortable with that too, man. But you would rather see Rose out there more often. You know what I'm saying? You have to play peekaboo because you never know when you're going to need these guys. So to say, like right now with Fournier, Fournier don't never play now. So I mean, now we need him because of injury. Now he has to come in and now he has to produce. So you put it on the player. Oh, you got to be prepared. You got to be ready to go. But at the same time, Tom Thibodeau's not ready to coach every single night. But you leave it on the players to be professional and keep themselves ready to show up every single night. You know what I'm saying? But Tom Thibodeau's not ready every single night, and he don't sit down. He's watching the games. He said he watches every game 3 or 4 times after the fact. Oh, I gotta watch the tape so I can know what's going on. Man, I mean, Tom Thibodeau, he says all the right things, man, but saying and doing is two different things, man. Yeah, so shout out to Generation JL, definitely becoming a big part of this chat here. Shout out to I'm Jarrell, was good. Jesus Christ, man. What am I eating today? This is a biscuit. This is a corn biscuit here. It's kind of like a roll. They made it like a roll. I put some butter on there. There's a little bit of garlic, some garlic stuff that I threw up on there. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody here. Definitely. I am Jarrell, aka Mr. Die Hard Giants. Yeah, we definitely gotta have a show coming up soon, right? We gotta do some season review, yeah, basically season review for the Giants pretty soon. And I'm sick, man. Listen, I don't know what's gonna happen with me this weekend, but we'll see. State hit me up to do something on Saturday, so me and State might do something Saturday, depending on how I feel. I gotta hit State back up, and then of course, I Andrell with the Giants stuff, man. So tune in for that, man. So he said cracks stream, man. Text it to me. Text me the link, motherfucker. Right now it's working now though. MSG Go is working now, but sometimes it just totally turns off. And I know it's not my computer because, like I said, TNT was working perfect. TNT was working perfect. ESPN was working perfect on this thing. So it's definitely not that. Also, not just those apps. CBS Sports was working perfect. Every other streaming site was working perfect except MSG Go. So they definitely got to fix that, man. Shaw Powers, did I say what's up to Shaw? What's good, Shaw? Almighty Finesse is here. What's good, man? He said, looks like we're not getting OG. We'll see. The thing is, like the person that I would trade OG is literally the guy who was just dribbling the ball just now at the 1 minute and 22 second mark. Is freaking RJ, man. You got to get something to get. So I mean, I didn't get a chance to do a pod yesterday because I wasn't feeling good. For another one of these trade things. But Fournier posted something. I don't know if he took it down, but Fournier posted something on his Twitter talking about that basically saying that he might be freed soon. He basically said something like that to that effect. Somebody posted that in I think in one of the MBK chats that we have, saying that I think Andy posted that. He said that basically Fournier said that he might be out of here soon. So we'll see. But he posted like emojis with like swords. So right off the bat, I thought Cleveland Cavaliers because I think the Cleveland Cavaliers is like one of the only few logos that have swords in it. So that's just maybe that may be wishful thinking, but who would they trade from that team? So right off the bat, I think that team they have a lot of big men. So I mean Kevin Love for let's say like a for Fournier something like that. I know that sounds crazy, but I mean the Knicks actually do could use a backup four, and Kevin Love can come in and give us some 3-point shots. Same thing that Obi Toppin's doing, except he's going to be able to give us some post play and rebounds. So that's interesting to me. To me, that's interesting. Obi Toppin at this point is a small forward. His career direction is it's like definitely took a turn for like not for the worst, but it definitely hit a crossroads, right? And that guy is not a power forward. He's not a good rebounder. You know what I'm saying? He's an effort player. Can he be successful in the NBA? Absolutely. But the Knicks have to, and he has to figure out what makes him a good player. So right now I'm taking a look at him. He wants alley oops. He's just looking for an alley oop every 5 seconds. IQ is the only person looking to throw him these impossible alley oops. They don't work, man. Those plays don't work. This is like we're not playing in the street. We're playing organized NBA basketball, so you have to figure out a different way to score. Like if we were in the park, and if we were playing in Dykeman or something like that, then him going out there trying to get these dunks, that'll be exciting for the crowd and stuff like that. But when it comes to winning NBA games, that's not going to win us games. You know, if the only big play is oh, let me get an alley oop, that's not going to work, man. All right, so Andrew said check Twitter. I got so many fucking windows open. Damn, son. Ooh. Yo, shout out to the New York Liberty, man. The New York Liberty is let me see. Ah, Mr. Jarrell. Mr. Jarrell got the secret stream on the side. And let me see if that pushes me ahead of the game here. Right now my stream is working though. Let me stop the cam just make sure it's not messing up things here. So I'll keep it on the side here for a second. Let me see if it syncs. If it's pretty much synced, then I'll just stay with what's going on with mine. But definitely appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, so shout out to New York Liberty, man. The freaking WNBA is corrupt because I don't understand their salary cap. They don't really talk about the salary cap so much. I think it's just like I think it's rigged, to tell you the truth. Because how did the Liberty trade for the Suns or whatever? But they traded her and first round draft pick and I forgot Rebecca Allen for those that are familiar with the Liberty, and they ended up getting that a former MVP. She's still in her prime of her career, former MVP. From the Connecticut Sun there, and then now they went in and signed literally the best player. Yeah, man, my stream is I'm definitely ahead of you on the stream, and yours is a little bit choppy, man. So I don't think I could use it. I appreciate you though, man. Yeah, but the Liberty go and sign literally the best player in the WNBA. Best she's excuse me. Damn, man, definitely one of the best players in the WNBA. So not only that, so we got two, and she was an MVP also. So we got two former MVPs on the Liberty right now. Both in the prime of their careers. And then what did we do next? We signed like literally probably like the top 3 point guard in the whole league, Vandersloot. I think Vandersloot led the WNBA in assists like 6 years straight or something like that. So she's like literally like the best point guard in the WNBA, top three at least. You know what I'm saying? To go along with Sabrina over there. And I forgot my other girl's name. She's my favorite player, but I always forget her name. But I mean, the Liberty got a stacked squad, and we got this chick from Africa that was I forgot what team she played for. I want to say Ghana or one of the teams over there in Africa when they had the African tournament, the World Tournament for Africa. Yeah, man. She's a really good player too. So she finally comes over. Her coming off the bench, they're gonna have a freaking all-star squad over there. So it's about damn time that the WNBA gave the New York Liberty a shot. Because I mean, this is actually the right time for them to do that because the WNBA is floundering. They getting these champions and they getting these super teams, but nobody gives a fuck. Seattle won all those championships. You got the Aces and all these guys. They winning champions. Nobody cares. So they have to give the Liberty a chance right now. Yeah. So thanks Dave for the crack stream thing. I'm gonna save that, man. I'm gonna save that and use that for another time. Or if the stream start messing up. Right now I'm at the 10:52 mark. So I see Bam Adebayo shooting his free throw. Bam Adebayo, I would never have thought that he was gonna be a 20-point a game scorer. So he's like 20 something. He got 10 rebounds. I believe he gets like 3 to 5 assists per game. I can't remember exactly what his numbers are, but I would never think that he would have been that type of player. He looked like he was just gonna be like a rink, running the middle defensive, rebounding kind of guy, probably off the bench dude. I never thought that he would be like an all-star like this. So shout out to guys like that, man. Hard workers, man, that unassuming players keep working, never stop, just let their work do the talking for them. Here goes RJ, man. RJ is a complete waste. So RJ just drove to the basket, man. But he looks physically bigger than everybody that was around him, but still can't make a basic layup going to the basket without getting slammed to the ground. It's unbelievable. Look at Highsmith. He's bigger than Highsmith. Misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Instead of securing it, he tries to double clutch, tap it in, and then he gets smacked down to the ground. Look, he's still upset about it. So man, you got to get in the gym, fam. I don't know what our young guys are doing. IQ got better. IQ is progressively got better. I think IQ right now is starting to become into the play he's going to be. So shout out to him. Obi Toppin, he's been here 2 years now. So I mean, what is going on with Obi Toppin and his development? Shout out to Mitchell Robinson. He's been here for 5 years, hasn't gotten better not once. Not even one thing has Mitchell Robinson gotten better in his career. So I mean, what is going on with our young guys? It has nothing to do with the Knicks development. You know what I'm saying? Because other players have gotten better, besides those guys. Like I said, I mentioned IQ. There's a lot of guys on the roster that has gotten better. How come these certain guys simply just do not get better? What are they doing in the off season? Shout out to Mitch Robinson. Nobody said it, but he's out there in his truck doing freaking what do you want to say? Spin outs, running around doing figure eights in his truck with a broken hand, right? Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna say that, yo, you got a broken hand. Stop doing freaking figure eights in your fucking driveway, asshole, in the snow with a broken hand. What's the matter with you? It's a fucking weirdo. He's a weirdo, and most of you motherfuckers that fans of Mitch Robinson are fucking weirdos too, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Best offensive rebounder in the league, man. Freaking Hartenstein is showing you that he's just as good as he is rebounding the ball too. So whatever, man. If we could trade, Mitchell Robinson tomorrow, I would do that shit. I would trade Mitchell Robinson in a heartbeat because there's nothing that he's doing that we need or that we miss at the moment. He goes Fournier drive to the left, step back three. He kills me with that move. That's like the only move he has right now. Yeah, but it's the last second shot. He's gotta get screens. At this part of his career, he needs screens. He's not gonna get that shit though. Why are you looking at Lowry? Lowry Ash, you is gay. Yo, Mighty Finesse. I tolerate you, bro. You know? I could talk about Lowry's ass all I want. You know why? Because I'm a grown ass man. If I want to tell another grown ass man he got a fat ass, I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? And if you think I'm gay because I'm saying that, then why don't you give me some pussy? Give me some man pussy. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna take your man pussy because I'm saying somebody else's ass is fat? Let me get some of that man pussy. I think that's why like MSG and these guys don't hit me up about nothing because the shit I be saying on here. You got to think about it. Like if I'm secure in my manhood, you know what I'm saying? How come I can't talk about another man's ass? What happened to the LGBTQ community, right? You want to support that community and stuff like that. So I can say quote unquote gay stuff, and it shouldn't be gay anymore. It should be socially acceptable to say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if someone like Amadi Finesse wants to say, Why are you looking at Lowry's ass? You is gay? Why are you looking at Lowry's ass? You gay? I said I might be. How about you give me some of that man pussy, Almighty finesse? You got some? You got some man pussy for me? Fudge packer, fucking butt burglar. So anyway, shout out to Comega. Got Myth is hanging out with me. I'm sorry, Myth is hanging out with me. They got surveyed 100 people. One of the dopest guys on here, man. Definitely. Yeah, man. Fucking butt burglar. Deron Wayne, what's good, man? Damn, man, I got my nose is really jacked up. Good basketball so far, man. Let me get this. I got what do I got here? I'm showing all of our business, Drew. I forgot I'm sharing the screen. Sorry about that. I'm glad I don't got no porn stuff up here that I was looking at a little earlier. Gay porn for Almighty Finesse, looking for that man pussy. So that would be the word of the day, man pussy. Okay. So anybody that's say a moderator, if somebody says man pussy in the chat, don't mind them. Okay. Today that's the special word of the day, man pussy. Okay. Good game so far, back and forth. Low scoring game so far, 34-32. 8 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock on my clock here. They got Corver the Spread. I love that name, man. That is like one of the greatest YouTube names ever. Corver the Spread. God damn. Here goes RJ, kicks out to Obi. Obi fakes it, gets an IQ drives. Look at Obi topping on the back, looking for a three again. So good shot there. I forgot who shot that. That was Fournier. Fournier was able to get that shot down. Let me try to catch up with this chat, man. It's like 205. Damn, am I that far behind? I'm sorry, guys. I see E Gibson here. I see quite a few people in here. So I gotta fast forward to the 217 people in the chat. Damn, son. So I gotta go to fast forward a little bit here. Let me see. Sorry. Yeah, my bad, Gerald. Yo, you take that shit off the screen. My bad, son. I forgot that I have. I'm dead ass looking at it. I totally forgot. Didn't realize I had it on the screen. So if anybody wants to know, that's what we do behind the scenes there. So I mean, Miami Heat's starting to percolate, man. They got a bunch of guys you never seen before. They got a bunch of my players, guys with weird haircuts that don't match their face. It's weird. The guy that just shot the three there, he just shot a three. His beard did not match his hair, did not match his face, did not match his skin color. It was like, oh damn, fucking computer generated players on that squad. Because Fournier drove left. Fournier drove left and then tried to go back right. You know what I'm saying? That just shows somebody that hasn't really played a lot. So I mean, RJ Barrett's coming in. Quentin Grimes picking him up. If Fournier's going to stay out there, got 7 minutes and 14 seconds out there. So I'm at the 8:12 mark as far as the comments is concerned. So I'm 15 minutes behind. So I really want to see what you guys had to say about this Liberty stuff. So the Liberty's definitely going to get that chip. We'll see. So I mean, Miami, he got it pumping right now, man. Adebayo just drove down the lane there, 39-35. So Tom Thibodeau calls a timeout. He been should have called a timeout. I don't know what the hell took so long. So he said, if the Liberty win this season, I would go to the parade in a Rambler jersey. I feel you. So I mean, the Liberty winning a championship will be a pretty big thing, man. Because shout out to the Clarence, no, I would say Clarence. Thanks to Kareem. I'm thinking about Clarence Weatherspoon, but Teresa Weatherspoon those years with Rebecca Lobo and stuff like that, we were supposed to have won something back then, But Rebecca Lobo ended up getting hurt. She never really played much as a WNBA player because she had really bad knees. And then we've had our chances throughout the years, but never was able to put players together. Now all of a sudden we got, like I said, we got literally like a top 5 player in the WNBA. We just traded for. Then we traded for literally the top 3 or literally the best player in the NBA, WNBA. Then we got like the top 3, possibly top 1 point guard in the entire WNBA as well. To go along with Sabrina. And I can't think of my girl's name, man. She's like my favorite player, and I can't think of her fucking name. Anyway, they basically got an all-star squad there, man. So we'll see what happens. As soon as Dolan sold the team, Liberty got number one pick, and now landed the best free agent. And yeah, it happens, man. Dolan's just unlucky, man. So I mean, we just got to deal with that. Knicks fans are unlucky too. You know, we've been through a lot as Knicks fans. So I mean, we just got to deal with it. With the luck, the Liberties had bad luck throughout the year. So I mean, do we need to sell the team in order for that to happen? You know, yes. We need to sell the team. Needs to sell the team, but I mean, he's not gonna. It's not gonna happen. So when the Knicks finally do win, and Dolan's still the owner, it would just make everything that much sweeter because we know what we all been through as Knicks fans. Even the ownership, been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lemon Pepper. I always love to see the laughing emojis when I see Lemon Pepper, and that means that she's paying attention to what's going on here. Shit. Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I see a lot of smiley faces here, so you guys must have been rolling through a certain portion of my commentary here. So what he said, Fly God, the ill, aka C Mac. That's C Mac. What's good, C Mac? He said, "Oh nah, Ebro hood pass is gone." There's a lot of gay motherfuckers in the hood, man. So what the hell? Everybody knows that one gay dude in the hood that yeah, he's gay and this, that, and the other. You can crack jokes all you want, but you don't want to square it with him because he's still a man. And he's still from the hood, he'll still bust your ass. I've seen that so many different times, man. Keep messing with that gay dude in the hood, whatever. Now you want to do something to him. Now watch your ass get beat up. I've seen it so many times. Gotta be You gotta be careful out there, man. You gotta be cool. Just be cool. You know, that's one thing. I made a comment on what do you call? I made a comment on Twitter about just guys in general. So what brought it up, man? So and I was just saying that they need to make another designation as far as LGK, like somebody another group to put into the mix there. Guys that always waste time talking about other guys, or talking about how other guys are gay, but they're talking to other guys about it. And they're trying to big it up, because I'm not like that. We're not like that either, right, guys? Right? Meanwhile, there's like 80 you guys all doing like the leg press machine at Planet Fitness. That's what sparked it. Because I'm at Planet Fitness, it's like 8 dudes surrounding the leg press machine, and they're all having these hood war stories here, while they're doing a leg press machine at Planet Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, man. I went through my whole workout and these guys were still messing around with that machine, all hanging around each other. Shit is crazy, man. Like guys feel more powerful when they're around other dudes, or if they catch beef, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna call my peoples and we gonna come and get you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's not like you know feminine. You know, yo, what is going on with this MSG Go stuff, man? Yeah, so I think I might have to use one of these illegal streams here. It's fucking MSG Go's annoying. Mm-mm. You know, you ever get in an argument with a guy and he's like, all right, I got you, I got you. You mean you got me? I'm standing right here. What you got me? What you got me doing? What? You gonna give me a ride home? You got me? You gonna loan me $20? What you got me for? I got you. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you. What do you mean you gonna see me? I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever problem you got with me, let's handle it right now. Oh no, you got to call your boys because I know why. You're pussy, right? So you're pussy right here. Say that right now, right? And you need to get your peoples. That way you won't feel pussy anymore. They'll give you that battery in your back to make you back up the shit that you were saying when you were by yourself. I get it. And you got other guys too that think because they have a bunch of people around them, behind them, that they feel confident and stuff like that. You know, yo man, something happened, man. I have this whole block lit up. You have the whole block lit up for what? For me? For me? You have the whole block lit up for me? I'm standing right here. Know what I'm saying? But let's not talk about that though. You know, let's talk about the fact that I mentioned Kyle Lowry has the fattest ass in the NBA. Mm-mm, mm-mm. 42-37. There's a lot of arguing going on right now. RJ's arguing with the refs. Tom Thibodeau's arguing. You know what I'm saying? These guys got to get back into playing basketball. They just came out of a timeout, and now they're still arguing and stuff like that. They can't get themselves together. RJ can't get the ball in bounds, for Christ's sake. IQ has it on top of the key. Gets it to Julius right into his office. He fakes a three, fakes it, pulls up. So they call a foul there. So Julius Randle's becoming a master at drawing that foul on the jump shot. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so shout out to Mighty Finesse, man. I started talking about man pussy and Mighty Finesse broke out. You guys are crazy, man. Yeah, my nose is running like crazy. So Mega's with Dega's Comega. Yep. I'm sorry, Comega. I owe you a drink, man. It was Cully. Yo, Cully, I sent you the link, man. If you want to pop in, maybe come in after halftime or something, if you want to. Yeah, man. You guys are funny, man. Yeah, Almighty Finesse said, watch your mouth. He said watch your mouth, but he calls me gay. You call me gay and then tell me watch my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here, man. You're gonna say you're gonna call me gay and then tell me to watch my mouth. You know, people tell me to watch my mouth all the time. I literally do that. I'm watching myself right now on the screen. See, that's the thing too, man. People like to say stuff, right? They'll say stuff, and then if you say something back, then they get mad. My man, now that you said something back after me, I'm only the one that's supposed to say the slick shit. You know? Oh, you saying that shit behind the computer? Okay. Yep. That is true. That is true. Unfortunately. All right. So MSG Go, man, you are betraying me right now. So I'm going to have to just use MSG Go on my phone because that works very well. So I'm gonna have to like squeeze my eyeballs like this, while I'm doing it. Yeah, man. Watch your mouth, man. You better watch who you talking to. You better watch who you talking to. Yeah, but you just said that I was gay. You just said that, yo, you gay. Okay. So I'm just supposed to take that. Take it. Take it. I'm supposed to take it, but you can say what you want to say, right? That's how it is, right? That's how it is. That's how it is. Yep. So MSG Go is working perfect on my phone right now. So I guess it's more made for tablets and phones. It's not really made for like the website. So that's something I might need to send him a stern email there. Julius Randle mixing in, got three guys on him there. RJ gets it. He should have drove and he didn't. Now he does, but he drives right into a double team. Did they call it offensive? Yes, they do. Because RJ should have drove the first time. He faked it and then still drove. He let the defense settle down. Now he's frustrated. But listen, you should have drove if RJ would have drove to begin with, then he would have had a chance. But he faked the drive and then let the defense settle in and then still drives right at the defense and then expects the referees to call a foul. It was a charging foul all the way, fam. All right, so let me get this here. Let me slide this over here just to get it out the way. Might have to X this whole thing out. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have to do it. Goodbye. Oh, sneeze. Lord have mercy. All right, so I'm gonna have to reshare this. Oh my god, man. Tell you, man, I hate being sick. Being sick sucks. Yeah, but it happens, man. I freaking I work outside for Christ's sake. So working outside in this cold ass weather, sweating and from where I'm working, so I'm sweating and then, you know, wearing all this fucking extra clothes and shit. Oh, working on his extra clothes and things, then it happens. Ay, ay, ay. Whew. Boogers, snot, everything. What else we got going on here? You guys are going crazy. You guys, thank you for contributing to the chat, man. So I mean, you guys, I missed 200 and something, messages, man, with all the talking that I'm doing, man. So I appreciate you guys for still hanging out here with me, man. So I missed another 57. So I'm just rolling through this stuff, just trying to make sure I catch everybody. Pudge, what's good, Pudge? Haven't seen Pudge here in a while. Yeah, Pudge has been popping up, I guess, the last couple games, but shout out to Pudge though. You got Damian Cox, what's good, my brother? Uh, is he on the bench? I don't know if I seen him on the bench. That's a good question. Is he on the bench? So I'm gonna pay attention to that. I'm not sure if I saw him on the bench. Yeah, I think there's gonna be trades. I'm still not sure if the Knicks are gonna do anything trade wise, but we'll see. But I think there is gonna be trades. There's been some names that they keep talking about, so there'll be some trades. Some of the trades are gonna be like, why? Why the fuck did they do that? But it is what it is. We'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, so MSG Go here on the screen here is just like not working right now. So let me just exit out because it's distracting me. And let me just use that as my reference tab. So I'll use that as a reference, and I'll just watch the game here on the mini screen. So I'm in the inbounds right now. We got 44-40. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds right now. Miami Heat's coming down the court here. They're running a play. They got somebody, I think that's Haslam there. They had him in the corner there by the free throw line. Gives it over to, I believe that was Adebayo or whoever that is there. He's faking dribbling. I guess that's Adebayo. He's driving, spin move on the inside, kicks it back out to Haslam. Wow, Haslam with the ugliest jump shot I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? He just pulls up and he misses that. Quentin Grimes, nice baseline drive by Quickly, gets it out to Jericho. Jericho drives and totally misses that layup. Julius Randle was there to pick up the pieces and lays it up. Pick up the pieces. Julius Randle, all-star. He goes short ass arms here. Just pulls up. He misses that. Julius Randle with the rebound. IQ brings it up. He's looking, trying to get it to RJ. RJ doesn't know how to get a post position there. He goes Julius Randle looking. Got to take a screen from Quentin Grimes. Nice little drive there. I like that. Quentin Grimes almost made it. They didn't call a foul. They called a foul late. So good screen there. So I forgot what they call that, but it's a screen. He set the screen, but instead of like really rolling, he set the screen and then just dropped down. So I forgot what they call that. It's not really a pick and roll because he set a screen. The guy didn't really move. He didn't go around the screen. He set the screen and then he moved down. I forgot what they call that. If any basketball junkies out there know what they call that, that was actually a really good play. Gotta catch it. You guys say hi to each other the whole damn game. You guys are nuts. Yeah, man. It's Mr. Cully here. Cully says Fournier gets time to play, gets playtime over Cam because he's respectful. Yeah, man. Fournier is not like Randall, man. Those guys are constantly arguing about basketball stuff on the court. They always get caught with each other arguing. It was really embarrassing the other night when he had to play, and it was while the referees were trying to figure out the what call to make in the review window. They were in the background arguing with each other. So those guys need to be away from each other. Fournier needs to play a certain style of basketball, especially at this point of his career. He needs to play with a more established team that has their, that he can come in there and fill that role. A 3-point shooter off the bench, that type of thing. Like maybe even as a starter too on certain teams. He definitely needs to find a different place to play. Sucks, man, but it is what it is. We should never sign him to begin with. I thought it might have been a good thing, especially with Kemba Walker. But Kemba Walker's needs a shot. And then Fournier. The only reason why they signed Fournier because Fournier plays so well with Walker in Boston. So it was wishful thinking, but it definitely was bad decision by the Knicks to get either one of those guys on this roster. Now we can't get Fournier off the roster fast enough, man. Good game so far, man. 52 seconds in this half. 46-46. Julius Randle's gonna get some foul shots here. He's doing all this complaining, but he's getting the foul. So I mean, you can't get it every single time. So you gotta take the good and take the bad with it, man. This is a big thing. We talk about this all the time. Eve Gisson, shout out to you, man. He said Dolan is a family-owned business. It's a name. He's a person, but he has kids. If you think like from this is rumors from what I hear. If you think that Dolan is not a good person or a bad person, his oldest son has been doing business, been handling a lot of business behind the scenes. Once Dolan, wants to retire from being like the head of things, that oldest son, if he when he gets the thing, he's gonna be worse than James Dolan. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful what you wish for. I forgot James Dolan's father's name. Was it Jim Dolan? Yeah, but James Dolan, man, his son, his oldest son, I forgot what his name is, but I hear behind the scenes that he definitely is like, you know, like you know, like a savage. He's like one of those guys. When he comes into the oh shit, this guy's here. You got to be careful. So he's one of those guys. Let me see. So Damien wants to talk about the Liberty. So he says, did you hear about the Liberty? Yeah, I just talked about these young ladies, man. Like I said, Brianna Stewart, the names. I keep forgetting names. I'm not really good with names, man. But Brianna Stewart is literally the best player in the WNBA. If not the best, she's top three. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a winner. She won a couple times in Seattle. Shout out to Courtney Vandersloot. Like I said, literally probably the best point guard in the WNBA, if not top three. She definitely has led the league in assists like the last 7 years, something like that. And Jonquel Jones, yes, she won the MVP not last year, the year before, I believe. So she won the MVP. Brianna Stewart also won the MVP. So we got two MVP candidates on the same roster, man. You know what I'm saying? Added to whatever players that we still have on the roster. So the Liberty are gonna be tough, man. It's worth talking about. It's definitely worth talking about. They're still a New York team. Even though they're females. See, here's another thing too, man. So I mentioned I hate to keep getting at Mighty Finesse, right? So Mighty Finesse, I'm just joking around talking about Larry's lower extremities, right? His booties, Mister Larry. But then I mentioned females, right? And he's oh, you're talking about the girls now. So I'm gay for talking about Lowry's booty, right? And then I'm also like out of place for talking about I'm talking about females too. So what can you do? You can't win, man. You can't win that argument. You know. Yeah, Rebecca Allen. Rebecca Allen was a part of that thing. Rebecca Allen was a good player. She's more like of an off the bench player. Or if you already had these established stars like the Liberty have now, Rebecca Allen will be nice next to those stars. But who's the other young lady, man? I can't think of her name, and she's like my favorite player. And I can't think of her name. Um, we're gonna get into the halftime report right now. We're gonna get into these names with the Knicks and stuff. Julius Randle got a nice breakaway dunk there. So Miami Heat is going back and forth with the Knicks right now. The Knicks are up 51-46 with 15 seconds left, man. So that's a good look if we can come into the halftime at least with the lead. Right now we got a 5-point lead with 9 seconds. Miami's Heat's trying to get the last shot here. So the power forward is at the top of the key, going in between the legs, trying to get the last shot. He pulls up in front of Jericho Sims, knocks it down. So that's 48-51 with point 0.3 seconds left. So we leave it like that. No shot on the board there. Halftime 51-48. Shout out to NBA.com, never resetting the score there. So here we are at halftime, 51-48. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but I just want to make sure I get all these chat stuff together. So I'm way behind. 93 people in chat stuff I'm missing, man. Sorry about that. So I'm just trying to see. I see Il Matrix here. Uh yeah, man. You got the greatest name on YouTube, bro. Yeah. I'm about to sneeze again. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Ooh, my God. CA Mafia, what's good, CA Mafia? Yeah, man. Sorry if I miss anybody. I'm trying not to miss people because you guys coming in here, so I gotta show you love if you popping in here. A lot of chatter in the chat, man. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, sorry last night, man. Last night I was gonna do a pod last night, but like I said, I really wasn't feeling it yesterday, man. So I just chalked it up to the game there. But I might do something tomorrow, man. Tomorrow around 10 o'clock or so. We'll see how it goes. All right, so let's get into this, man. So we got the Knicks at half right now. Let's get into the summary right here, so we could take a look at the quarter for quarter. Knicks were up 28-22 in the first quarter. Miami he came back 26-23. So that's basically even right there. The Knicks they basically gave the Knicks what we gave them in the first quarter. So 51-48 is basically an even game right now because the NBA with the 3-point shot now and the points that are going up so much this year, 3-point lead is nothing in the NBA. So anything can happen as time goes forward here. The Knicks don't have Brunson, so we don't have that extra go-to guy to get us to the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Quickly seems to be doing something, but let's take a look, closer look at these numbers here. Let me minimize this and get the freaking game charts up here. So shout out to the game charts. We're gonna look at the game, the shot chart here. We got Miami on the left hand side. Miami has a nice little space game. So I mean, they play almost exactly like us, except they play a little bit more disciplined. They don't have any stars in their squad. You want to talk about Adebayo, who's an all star. You got Jimmy Butler, who's a former all star, and this, that, and the other. You got Lowry, also former all star. But a lot of these guys are long in the tooth now. So I mean, but they're still a good team. They have a lot of other guys that play their role really well. One thing about other teams when they come around, say like this guy Martin, he's not an all-star or anything like that. You got Martin, you got Vincent, Highsmith, you got Strauss, Tyler Hero, and these guys. They also got guys. They got a Victor Oladipo who's hurt right now. What makes those guys stand out is not no name. They're not stars or nothing like that, but they all could create their own shot and they can make a jump shot and they can make plays. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing, being able to create. Knicks don't have creators. That's why we're always in trouble. Shout out to IQ. IQ is one of our main creators. But now with Brunson out here, we're short a creator. Shout out to Fournier is in here. Fournier's not it. Even though Fournier could create his own shot at times, he's just not enough, for to I mean we got Cam right on top of the key. We got Cam Reddish, we got Derrick Rose. I say it all the time. Cam Reddish, Derrick Rose, those two guys could create their own shot. Or at least they can move around it on the court and stuff. But Tom Thibodeau, wants to keep those guys on the bench. I just don't get it. Well, anyway, just to look at the shot shots, they're both basically identical. Knicks put up three more shots than them. Still just even. Everything is pretty much even. I want to see the actual um totals here. This just shows that it's a close game. Knicks actually led by 13. Miami Heat came back and stuff like that. Just a good basketball game. We're killing them on the boards right now. 33-21 assists, 13-8, 5-3 in steals. They got us in blocks 2-0. Turnovers, 8-6. So I mean, both teams don't really turn the ball over that much, but when both teams play such good defense like this, and then both teams are kind of offensively challenged to for the most part, you're gonna see a little bit extra turnovers. So 8-6 turnovers, I expected that for this game. Field goal percentage 43-40. That attributes to the defense. Really good games though. Really good games so far. 33-31. That's essentially even. Free throw. We'll look at the numbers of the free throws in a second. But points in the paint, Knicks are winning them, beating them 22-18. Second chance points, we're beating them 10-7. And fast break points, as always, most teams, especially a good team, matter of fact, any team, they usually beat us in fast break points because the Knicks blow easy layups and they get the long rebound and they just run down on the Knicks, and Knicks have no answer for that. That's something that's like a glaring thing that we can easily fix that Tom Thibodeau just ignores night in and night out. Let's look at the box score. Shout out to NBA.com. They always take so long to let these names get into position. Right now they got Gabe Vincent here in the top five, but he didn't start. So in a few seconds out of nowhere, they'll jump Lowry back into his spot here. So it's so annoying. So there you go. They finally did it. I'm trying to stall, waiting for NBA.com to catch up. So they finally just did that just now. I don't know if you noticed it. But let's talk about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's been very quiet, man. 6 points, two assists, two steals, one rebound. Very quiet. That's like a RJ Barrett stat line there. He basically didn't really do much. Just kind of like fitting in there. Khalid Martin. He had it seemed like he had a good statistical game, but he really didn't. 2 points, two rebounds, one block. But it just seems like he was playing so much better than his numbers are showing. Bam Adebayo, 14 points, four rebounds, one assist, one block. He's a very efficient player, man. 83% right now from the field. Free throw also, man, 80%. Tyler Hero was busy today. He didn't really get loose scoring wise, but he had 6 points, three assists, two rebounds. Playing a decent game, just decent floor game today. Kyle Lowry is probably done. I think Kyle Lowry might be nearly done in the NBA right now. 13 minutes right now, 0 for 5, 0 for 4 from three. No other stats to speak of, man. -20 today. So that's not because the Knicks are locking him down. It's because his Lowry's just probably at the last legs of his career. Excuse me, last legs of his career, man. Shout out to Max Struss. Max Struss is a weird dude. I'm gonna click his page here, just so you can see his face. Right now, he actually looks decent here, but on the screen, his beard looks fake, his hair looks fake. His eyes, his face, everything doesn't match. You look at his eyebrows. The eyebrows look like he bought them at freaking Journey or something like that. And they bought two different sizes, extra large and a large, and then taped it to his face. You know what I'm saying? Just weird. Very weird looking dude, man. But hey, shout out to Almighty Finesse. He thinks that I'm a GAY. So we got Udonis Haslem. He's just there for cardio. Highsmith. Highsmith is a good player too. Haywood Highsmith. Gabe Vincent, also decent player too, and played really well. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He got a steal there. Decent player, man. Gabe Vincent. He's another bugged out guy too, man. Look at it. Let's take a look at him. His beard here. He's let the beard grow out, so he looks like a freaking like a he looks like a garden gnome. To tell you the truth, Anyway, I'm not here to judge guys, but I am here to judge guys. So we got Gabe Vincent. Shout out to him, man. Good basketball player. Man, like I said, Miami he seems to find really very good hard workers out there. Let's talk about the Knicks now. We got RJ with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Decent stat line across the board. Very frustrating game, man. He missed all his 3 point attempts. 0 for 4 from three. Very frustrating driving the basket. He's frustrated because Miami Heat knows what he's gonna do, so they baiting him into doing it, and that's what's really frustrating him. He's ran into like three defenders, a lot of offensive fouls, that type of thing. Losing the ball in different situations, but that's all because Miami Heat's defense. Keying in on him. Julius Randle, they try to take him out, but they can't, man. 19 points right now, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, man. So for those that say Julius don't play defense, man, he does play defense. He's a very active player. He's doing it all right now. He's sitting on this high horse here with his recent All-Star tag here, man. Jericho Sims tonight, 11 minutes, not really doing much today. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He's always a step short to everywhere, man. For rebounds, he's always a step short to the rebound, step short to the block shot, a step short to sliding into to playing defense and filling in spaces. So I mean, Jericho Sims, I think he'll get there. He's just not there now, man. He just got to keep working, man, because he has all the skills, all of the potential to at least be a rotational big. But he's a step slow right now. Quentin Grimes, 9 points. Quentin Grimes is getting better and better every game, man. He's gonna graduate into that starting level guy. I don't know if he'll ever get to 20, but I could see him as like a 15, 15 to possibly 18, 15, 18 points per game kind of player. 14 to 18. I say 14 to 18 kind of points per game kind of player. So, he's definitely going to be that at one point. Right now, I think he's averaging like 10 points per game as a starter for the Knicks. IQ is a spot starter right now, 8 points tonight. Decent game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. I can't complain about IQ right now. IQ at the beginning of the year played so bad, man. But I think he's gotten better and better as time goes on. So I think he's playing a good floor game as a starting point guard tonight. So respect to IQ for constantly working hard and getting better and better. iHeart 1 for 3 tonight. See the rebounds. Three rebounds. Three of those were offensive, right? So we're talking about Mitchell Robinson's our best offensive rebounder. iHeart does a good job too. It looks a lot better when you got Julius Randle next to you. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with you could say the same thing about Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson has the benefit of having Julius next to him. So Julius is there boxing out trying to get rebounds too. So you got to put a body on him. So that leaves Mitchell Robinson more opportunities to get rebounds. iHeart coming off the bench, he has Obi Toppin with him, for Christ's sake. You know? Oh my god, sorry guys. Your boy Eru is sick. But it is what it is, man. This guy, iHeart only has Obi Toppin with him, man. So who else does he have to help him out there on the boards besides IQ? IQ is probably like our best rebounder coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about what's going on with our team. Then Miles McBride and things of that nature. Shout out to Fournier, man. He's just a lost cause out there getting cardio, man. He should be traded soon. I'm hoping, but he makes $18 million per year, man. I don't know how we're gonna find him another spot. But like I said on Twitter, let me see if I can find it here on the second screen here. So I know, let me see who posted it. I think, like I said, I think Andy posted it. So yeah, here it goes. So I guess I'll just slide this over here real quick. So you can see the tweet here. This is on the screenshot of what Andy sent. I don't know if this is still up. That's why I'm sending it like this. But he says it in French, and then he says, "Hello, everyone. Evan will be freed. I know. I know. In preview, this is lost in translation. Where to go if all goes fail. So anyway, he basically says he kind of has an idea where he's gonna go if he gets traded. and then he puts the prayer hands, and then he puts the swords. So I'm not sure if this is Evan Fournier. I think this is might be a fan because it says Evan Fournier FR. So I think that's like a fan generated site. I'm not exactly sure, but that is up there. So we'll see what happens there with that. So I mean, like I said, I see the swords, and like the only team that has swords really associated with them is the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if we could talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers real quick, man. Let me. I don't know if I'm gonna pull out the roster, but just offhand, like who's on the Cleveland Cavaliers that we could pick up? Like I said, I mentioned Kevin Love. I'm only mentioning Kevin Love because of the salary. So let me do this here. So since we got a little bit of time before the game starts, I guess the second half is about to start in a few minutes. But I got fanspo here, so let's do this, guys. I'll put Cleveland here as the first team. I'll put the Knicks as the second team. Let's take a look at this real quick because I just mentioned it because like I'm saying, like if you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're literally one of the few teams that have like swords. Another team I think is the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not sure if the Mavericks they use the swashbuckler thing too. I'm not sure, but I know Cleveland does. But look at Kevin Love. He makes $28 million. I think he's in his last year. Evan Fournier makes 18. You know what I'm saying? So if they was to make a trade to do that, something could be done there. We probably have to tack in another $10 million to make it work, possibly five. So I mean, Kevin Love, maybe throw in Cam Reddish, to make that work, or maybe throw in an Obi or whatever it is they would need, to make that work. It's a possibility, guys. Maybe throw Derrick Rose in there just for salary cap reasons. Um, and then they'll throw another player in there to help us out. It's worth talking about. Then the Knicks need whatever help they can get any way they can get it. So that's something just to look at there. But I mean, getting Kevin Love, Kevin Love is older right now, but he's averaging 8 points, 7 rebounds per game, 1.9 assists. This is him at 34 years old. I think he still could probably get you a double double if he started. But he's just playing behind really good young players, Jared Allen. You got Evan Mobley. So this is their team now, man. So he's not really complaining. He already made his money, got his championship, so he's over there chilling over there in Cleveland, man. Just enjoying himself there. So let me get rid of this and just get the scoreboard back up here. So we should be getting right back into the game, man. Should be getting back into the game. 51-48. I'm still at the commercials here. Commercials are live. Yep. Still doing the NBC commercials here. So yeah, man. This is a very, very winnable game, man. The Miami Heat are short a lot of their players, but they've been winning with this group. It's not like they're missing any like all-star players, former all-stars, Oladipo and whatever. But outside of that, they're not really missing that really key dude. Shout out to Duncan Robinson, who's not hurt. They're just not playing him. So they're actually winning games with all these ragtag guys on the squad. So shout out to them, man. Eric Spoelstra, does a really good job with Miami. But they don't have that star player. They just got Jimmy Butler and Oladipo. Like I said, Lowry's not Lowry anymore. You know, so it's interesting what goes on with Miami, man. But it is what it is. Knicks and Miami are kind of on the same page. Can Miami make a trade to get another player there? They absolutely would do that. Hey guys, I see 69 mega. If you guys can handle that for me, anybody that's a what do you want to say? What is it? A moderator. Moderators handle 69 right there for me, guys, if you can. Yeah, man. So I appreciate you guys, man. I see a lot of questions here. So I mean, Levert. I did mention Levert. Levert has been used as a spot starter for the Knicks are back on now. So it's 11:50 right now. Knicks are moving the ball around. IQ top of the key. Excuse me. Gives it to Julius. Julius fakes it. He's probably gonna launch it. He does. He launches that three, misses it. Here comes Miami, pushing the ball up the court here. Looking, comes around, number 14, drives, baseline, looking, kicks it out to Struss, I think that is. No, that's Martin, Khalid Martin. Looking, gives it back to Oladipo. Not Oladipo, Adebayo. Gives it a house and back to Adebayo. He loses it, and they call a foul. Man, these referees suck dick, man. These referees suck. Yeah, so you guys are talking about, I see King Ribby said it first here. My man, Mighty Finesse did say it too. You know, so I mean, that's definitely a player that we could pick up that will help us a lot. like I was trying to say with the Cavaliers, they kind of been misusing him. He's been coming off the bench. They got players like Cedi Osman and stuff like that that actually still can contribute. So with a talent like Karis LeVert, him being a spot starter, like whenever Donovan Mitchell feels like taking a day off, then they'll start Karis LeVert. And when he starts, he usually plays really well, Karis LeVert. So he might be looking for another way out too. So trading Karis LeVert for Fournier might actually be a good look because at this point, right, with this Cleveland and Cavalier team, they kind of need 3-point shooters. Karis LeVert's not really a 3-point shooter. Karis LeVert, I would start over RJ guys. You know what I'm saying? I know that might not be popular, but I would start him over RJ. You know, he played really well for Brooklyn during that time there. Him and D'Angelo Russell, those guys played really well for Brooklyn when they before they got Durant and those guys. So he's still a good player and he's like in the prime of his career right now. So it would be nice to get a player like that. I think he would step to the occasion. He's used to the bright lights in New York. He's used to being out here. So I think he would welcome a trade to back to New York to play for the Knicks. Wow, man. So the offense right now is like just not good, man. It's not really Miami Heat's doing a really good job of spacing and getting open shots, but they've been very short or long with these shots here. The Knicks, on the other hand, we actually been running good offense too. Here goes RJ in a good spot here. Instead of shooting it, he took too long. The referees are very lenient with that 3 second violation, man, but he was able to score that. So shout out to RJ. Quentin Grimes stuck on the inside there, guarding the big man. Spin off the glass, no good. IQ. So they call a late foul there. So they call a foul on the floor. Who they called it on? On Julius. So just a bad decision then by the referees, man. Sometimes the referees they want to be famous, so they'll make these calls that nobody understands. But you just gotta just roll with it, man. You can't let it destroy the game, as Julius does often. Right now he's bitching, complaining. Just stay out of the referee's mouth, man. The referees call what they're gonna call. Excuse me. You can't let it get to you. So here comes the Knicks. Julius gives it over to RJ. Takes a screen from Jericho Sims. Takes another screen from Quentin Grimes to nowhere. So now RJ's probably gonna pull up. RJ's going between the legs, being double teamed. Somehow he gets all the way to the basket. It was a bad decision by RJ, but him getting all the way to the basket was just more on the Miami Heat being a little bit too aggressive on defense here. You can see the replay. Little crossover, spins right into the defense, which is the wrong way to spin there. He keeps getting caught. Who taught him how to do that? But somehow he got it all the way to the basket and made it. So shout out to RJ, man. He's definitely gotten better at that. Definitely got it better in that regard. I'm keeping track on these notifications here to see if any news. Yeah, man. I see a lot of people talking about Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson definitely should have been an All-Star, man. It sucks, man. But listen, Jalen Brunson's not an All-Star, but neither is Harden. James Harden is not an All-Star, and he's like got the best team in the East, one of the best teams with Philly, man. They've been straddling the top three in the league, top five in the league right now, and he didn't make the All-Star team. Here goes Julius, man, just being manhandled there on the top of the key. He dribbles and still pulls up and knocks it down. Not really a good shot, man, but these All-Star players, man, these guys are good at making bad shots. So it wasn't really the best shot. Being bullied at the top of the key and still drives, pulls up and shoots a jump shot in the guy's face. Really tough by Jimmy Butler. Hard defense there. Very physical. 2 hands on the guy, able to knock down the jump shot as the shot clock was going down. Good stuff. Yeah, man. Keep an eye on these notifications here. So I don't know how they do it, but I mean MSG on Knicks, say Knicks on MSG, they do a good job of posting replays and stuff. Also too, Knicks videos with SNY Knicks, they do a really good job of posting replays and stuff. So I'm keeping an eye on that too as the game goes on. Also, New York basketball, NBA underscore New York on Twitter. Please follow that guy. Really excellent. He's a Knicks fan. Knicks fan site, but they do a really good job of sharing everything, man. So shout out to those guys, man. They do really good work for the Knicks community on Twitter. So besides all the bullshit, man, there's still a lot of content that you can follow on Twitter that gives you really good information and just keeps you in the know of things. So definitely give those guys a follow. Knicks are on commercial right now. Let me get down with these comments here. The Knicks are actually priceless. Like some of these teams, let's say like remember the Clippers. The Clippers on that dude Sterling, he had to sell the team. I forgot how much he got, like 4 billion or something like that, or whatever he got. So I mean, if the Knicks ever had to sell 7 billion, I don't know what the exact number is. It could be 7 billion. But what is the real price of the Knicks? Because it's not just the Knicks, you got to buy the Rangers too. You know what I'm saying? So what is the real price of the Knicks? Also, too, man, you guys got to be very careful when it comes to new ownership with the Knicks. If they get a new owner, these ownerships guys might be more inclined to appease the powers that be in the city, because they're very anxious to move the Knicks out of Madison Square Garden area, 34th Street, because they want to expand the Metro North and the New Jersey Transit and Long Island Railroad. They want to expand that shit in Penn Station. You know what I'm saying? As they should. So they want MSG out of there so they can really rebuild that project. But James Dolan has been adamant trying to keep the MSG there. You know what I'm saying? Fighting to trying to keep MSG in that spot. It is what it is. So I mean, like, you got to be very careful, man, because if let's say if they did get new ownership, the new ownership might be like, okay, cool, it sounds good. Let's move the Knicks to Jersey. Then what you gonna do? They'll still be called the New York Knicks, just like the Giants, but they just moved to Jersey. Could you imagine that? An owner could do that. And then what will we do? Well, the Knicks will be in Jersey, and then we'll have to go across the Hudson to watch the Knicks, the New York Knicks playing Secaucus. You know what I'm saying? Or the Meadowlands, or something like that. You got to be careful what you wish for. Anything can happen. Send Fournier to the Raptors. Shout out Amadi Finesse. Um, I would trade RJ for OG. You always mention OG. I would trade RJ for OG, but RJ got the poison pill contract, man. So from what I understand, it's a poison pill contract only because it's an extension. So if you get if you trade, you have to think about the future salary and that type of thing. So I mean, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? So the trade could still be done, but it just would be very tricky to get it done. We're at the 8-minute mark. Knicks are up now, man. Knicks are up by 12. Knicks are definitely up by 12. Slide over to IQ. IQ's dribbling. Nice little drive there. Pull up shot. Him and Julius shoot that same stupid ass shot. They drive and then they just pull up, because they just hoping the referee will call a foul. They really got to get that out of their game, man. Yeah. Said Fournier to Taiwan. You got to be careful with products from Taiwan, man. Shout out to Teran Mosley here. Yeah. Got to catch up with these comments and stuff. Spo's really a good coach, man. Here comes Lowry. Lowry is coming up the court. 62-48, 7 minutes and 16 seconds. Lowry's looking. IQ's playing way off of him. Yeah, Lowry is done, I think, man. I'm just watching the way that he plays. He just looks like an old guy. You know? Is it Adebayo or Jimmy Butler just now? I can't really tell. That was Adebayo with the foul line jump shot. So that's one thing about these all-star players, man. They always go to their same spots and keep shooting the same shots from the same spots. Meanwhile, Julius and these guys, they constantly are like trying to create stuff when they should have go-to spots. RJ right now. If you give RJ a beeline to the basket, he's gonna score. Just now, he just got a nice little beeline to the basket again. So he can do that. He can't create his own shot, man, but he needs beelines to the basket, and then he'll be able to score strong at the rim. So good play there. Larry with a little skip in the lane just now. My man here, I got to get his name. I keep forgetting Money's name. Let's turn around so I can see the back of it. There he goes. Tyler Hero. I keep forgetting about his name. Tyler Hero. They keep trying to put Tyler Hero and RJ against each other. I think Hero said that in the media. He said that they keep trying to put them against each other, but they actually like each other. They've been playing against each other since they were kids. So they're very familiar with each other. It just so happened that they came out together. Two different style of players. He goes Tyler Hero, just pulls up for three there with his short ass arms. He knocks down the three. Off a screen. Nick's gonna call a timeout. So this is a game of runs. Miami Heat got a little run going here. Good timeout by Tom Thibodeau to stop the burning. So hopefully, the Knicks will be able to put some ointment on this, man. We won't mess up this lead. You like the bars there, right? So talent wise, this is Gibson. He said talent wise, I don't know if their bench is much better than ours, but everyone has defined roles. Absolutely. That's the good thing about Spoelstra. Like you said, Spoelstra's a good coach, man. He has a good does a good job of giving guys roles. So when it comes to organized sports, for anybody that's ever played sports, all you just need what the coach, just tell me what you want me to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the job of the coach. Let's say if you're playing a pickup game, right, and you're out there, whatever, and they have coaches assigned. I played in leagues like that too, where you're on a team and a guy is assigned as the coach. So you just got to deal with the dude that's coaching you. You're arguing with the guy and whatever. Sometimes guys are just natural coaches. They can let you play and they see how you could play. Now they're trying to fit you in because of what they see you doing. They try to fit you in and blend you in. Those are the really good coaches. Guys that are coming in, they've never seen you a day in your life, but just by watching you play a little bit, they could kind of figure out your game, and then they could easily blend things in and whatever and use you. You know what I'm saying? And all you need, any player out there, all you need is a coach to tell you, okay, listen, I need you to do X, Y, Z, and then bet I got it. I got it. I'll handle what you need me to do. Players get themselves in trouble, when they don't know what to do. So they try to do everything, and then the coach is yelling at them for doing just trying to play the game, and they can't because everybody's like going crazy. That's the difference between a good coach and a bad coach. So so here we go. He says the swords means the Nuggets. We're gonna get that might be true too. A team like like I said, a team like Denver, they could probably use a shooter as well. You gotta remind yourselves too that Fournier is pretty tall. Fournier's like 6'7", 6'8". He actually was actually drafted by the Denver Nuggets. So that's interesting for him to make his way back to Denver, full circle for his career. That'll be interesting. Uh Caldwell Pope, would he do something for us? Yes, he would add something to the bench. He plays defense. You know what I'm saying? He's gotten better as a 3-point shooter in his career. So he's decent, man, but he's still like a 6'5", ish shooting guard. So we already got that type of player. So I don't, he would help though. It's not like he won't help. He would help. So that would be interesting. Yeah, this is a fact of life right here, man. So I do have some bets here. I do have some bets. I'm trying to ignore it. I did not bet on this game. I don't think I ever would bet on the Knicks ever again, man, because the Knicks are just not a good bet. Because a team that you think they're gonna lose to, they end up winning. A game where you think a guy's gonna have score 15 points, and then he gets benched for 13 minutes of 15 minutes of a game. Just because Tom Thibodeau doesn't know how to coach. So you can't really bet on that stuff. Shout out to Paris Duggar. What's good, my man? It's RJ Cooking because he's good, but nothing. Yeah, absolutely. That's it in a nutshell, Parrish. Wow, man. Tyler Hero with another 3-point shot. That's what he does, though. Tyler Hero, people say, oh, he sucks. RJ's better. But just stand alone as a basketball player, he's a good basketball player. He goes IQ with a nice little crossover all the way to the basket. He should have finished that. Kicks it out to Quentin Grimes, back to IQ for a 3-point shot. He misses everything. So I mean, these guys they value the 3-point shot over anything. So if IQ would have just made the layup, the point still counts. You got to play to win, man. Here goes Hero. Hero got a full head of steam, drives all the way to the basket, throws it up off the rim. No foul call. IQ gets it to Quentin Grimes. Good heads up play. Quentin Grimes with a nice finish on the fast break, man. Big time play there. Guys got to communicate. So I don't know what he's complaining there. He's complaining. I think he's saying everybody's too tight, too tight up on each other. So anyway, good communication. I don't know what he was telling them, but it's really good to communicate. So right now they got the 3-point ball going there. So I think that was Martin hit another 3-point shot, 66 to 62. This is the WNBA 2022, not WNBA, the the regular men's NBA 2023, where 3-point shot is king, man. So no lead is safe, 66 to 62. Julius right now being guarded very closely. He tried to sweep and get under. So they're calling it Miami Heat basketball. Yeah, he's calling it Miami Heat basketball. So I mean, see, Julius can't say nothing. He left that up to the referees to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, he was being guarded by 3 people, so he should have just passed the ball instead of trying to see. Look, right now the defense is too tight. He's trying to get that sweep underneath. It didn't work. So it's off on you, fam. You know? It was Jimmy Butler comes around the key there, drives, dumps it off to Adebayo with a hook shot, no good. They tapping. Ihart gets the rebound. Here comes RJ on the right hand side, being picked up by that weird ass looking guy. Crossover. He's trying to create his own shot. He doesn't have that. Gives it to Julius. Julius pulls up for 3, short. Ihart with the offensive rebound try to sneak in the pass there, but they call a foul or they call a jump ball. Okay, so Hartenstein with Mitchell Robinson. Oh, Mitchell Robinson is the greatest offensive rebounder that you ever seen. But meanwhile, Hartenstein is showing you that he can do it too. So I keep trying to tell you, man, all you guys that love Mitchell Robinson for all these reasons, we don't need him, fam. I'm telling you, we don't need him. We don't need him. We can use him though, since he's on the team. I'm not mad that we got him, but if there was a trade, if a team really wanted Mitchell Robinson, even though he's been hurt with a broken hand, if a team wanted Mitchell Robinson, and don't care that he broke his hand, I would trade that motherfucker in a heartbeat. We need wings and we need more skill players out there than Mitchell Robinson. We have guys that could do what Mitchell Robinson does out there on the court right now. 66 to 64. Because Julius goes right into a triple team, gets the ball stolen. He's being triple teamed right now. Kicks it out to RJ in the corner for 3, misses that. So listen, Julius Randle is complaining to the refs and then running into triple teams right now. Miami Heat, bad spacing. They just launching threes and they make another one. Was that Lowry? That looked like it was Lowry. So listen, they just that was Lowry. So they just coming down launching threes right now. And they're making them. Shout out to Tough Love. What's good, my man? Damn, man. Sorry for the coughing and stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm tired of this coughing stuff. Oh my God. Obi and Cam to the Pistons for Bay and Hayes. Wow. Obi and Cam Reddish for Sadiq Bay and Hayes. Right off the bat, I would do that. Right off the bat. But I'm just thinking about Killian Hayes. Why would the Pistons trade Killian Hayes, Because Killian Hayes has been doing a good job playing point guard, with Kate Cunningham being hurt and stuff. So, and plus he's young too. I don't know if they will give up on him so early. That's interesting though. Obi Toppin and Cam to the Pistons for Sadiq Bay and Hayes. So I think right off the bat, people will say, "Oh hell no, I ain't doing that. Hell no, I ain't doing that." People would clearly say that. That's how people are. But that's very interesting. I think we might have to throw something in there, maybe a second round pick or something like that. But as a base there, for Obi Toppin, the potential people think that he has, and the potential they think Cam Reddish has, that I think that actually might work for them. Because they want Kate Cunningham and they want the other kid, Jaden Ivey to be the backcourt, right? So they don't really have a small forward. They got Bajan over there, Bagan. They got him over there in Detroit, but he's gonna be out of here soon. So they're gonna need that young person, to come in there and be that small forward. Sadiq Bey is like a tweener, a power forward, small forward. More of a bench guy. So I think he would probably fit better with the Knicks. Coming off the bench, backing up Julius and RJ. So that would probably be better for us. But Detroit really could use a Cam Reddish if Cam Reddish can get to his potential. Same thing with Obi. They don't really have a power forward over there like that. So him and Cam and Obi out there. They got Jaden Duran out there too in Detroit. So they have guys. They have a guy that can get the rebounds and stuff. While they got not four, 2 finesse forwards out there. So the Knicks are just imploding right now. Miami Heat is coming right at us. We're making all kind of mistakes. And Miami Heat's coming down, just running us down the court on all our mistakes. And then when they're running in the offense, they're hitting threes. So it's literally a 19-2 run right now. So the Knicks are smoking this lead right now. We're giving away the game in the third quarter here. Here goes Hartenstein on the inside, gets the basket and one. So the Knicks are communicating. So Hartenstein just told the guys, "Move, guys, move." So that's one thing that's missing right there. So you want to talk about Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson doesn't communicate like that on offense. He doesn't tell the guys anything on offense. Hartenstein, makes a point to communicate. So I think that's a part of winning. You need vocal leadership out there. Mitchell Robinson doesn't have that. Mitchell Robinson is quiet. Mitchell Robinson, for a guy that's supposed to be a rebounder, a block shot, guys that block shots and stuff, he doesn't communicate on defense. He doesn't communicate on offense. He's a liability on offense if you're trying to get him to score anything. You know what I'm saying? All he does is he wants to dunk and he wants to try to block shots. That's it. He can't do nothing else. And if he's not communicating out there and he's not being that leader that we need on the back end, then what do we have him out there for? What do we need him on the roster for? You know what I'm trying to say? Just Hartenstein, his ability to communicate out there, at the very least, is more important than anything out there. Here goes Fournier. Fournier's haircut looks immaculate, man. These New York City barbers are crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that hairline. He didn't have a hairline before. Immaculate fade. Get a little bit of spray up on there. Look like they might have sprayed it up. Might have went to freaking Washington Heights, to get a little spray. Looking good right now. Looking fresh. Shout out to him and the growing family. He just had another kid, man. Beautiful thing to have children, man. It's a blessing. Children are a blessing. I gotta catch up with you guys, man. I'm behind 38 comments. Yeah, sorry for the cough, and I think I'm getting worse and worse as the podcast goes on. Woo. 71-69. It's a game of runs. Got a minute 24 seconds right now. We got Tyler Hero going back and forth, crossed over. Fournier gets all the way to the basket. Here goes Miami Heat kicking it out. Struss, I think, just now just shot a 3-point shot. He missed it. Quentin Grimes with a long rebound. Julius bringing the ball up the court. Takes a screen from Hartenstein. Good screen by Hartenstein. Kicks it over to the other side to Deuce for 3, and Deuce knocks that down. So good pass there by Julius, man. Driving. He probably should have just shot it, but he kicked it back out to the shooter, and just McBride knocked that down. So here comes Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero just launching right now. So that's the game plan. Shoot the Knicks off the court because the Knicks can't defend the 3-point line. So look at Hartenstein. Hartenstein is running his mouth, talking, telling guys stuff. So like I said, that's a little small little things there that Mitchell Robinson just doesn't do. I'm just stating how he can contribute. Julius goes right into a double team, finds Deuce again. No, that was on Quentin Grimes that time. So Quentin Grimes knocks down a 3-point shot. So 2 back-to-back threes by the Knicks to push the lead back up, 77-69. 36 seconds on my clock, man, in the third quarter. Here comes Miami Heat. Miami Heat's running their offense. Good spacing, man. Coming around the screen. So here comes, I believe that's Struss or one of those guys. I can't tell them apart. That's Struss there with the ball. No, that's Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent spinning around, missing it. Haslam just shot a 3-point shot. Julius Randle with the rebound. So the Knicks are going to get the last shot of the third quarter. So the shot clock is turned off. We got 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Julius Randle skipping the ball up the court here. He almost traveled. Oh my God, they called traveling. Did they call traveling? So this is a major problem here. This is a major problem. This guy Deuce McBride. This happened the last game. Julius Randle is running a play. See, look, he's running a play, and then Deuce McBride. He's telling Deuce McBride to get out the way, and then he forces Julius Randle to cause a turnover. So if the thing is, if you're playing basketball, if the ball handler is telling you to get out of there, then get out of there. You don't stand there and argue with him, especially when the shot clock is going down. So that's a major problem there. Deuce McBride should not be having an argument with Julius Randle. Give me the ball. Give me the ball, bro. That's something that like little kids do. Then let me pass it, pass it, pass it. Man, if you don't get your ass up out of here, why are you here? Get out of here. And then it caused Julius Randle to turn the ball over. So that right there, because that's been happening a lot. That clearly happened the last game. It happened just now. So that's one of the reasons why Deuce McBride is not valuable to our team. Because yes, he does play defense and stuff like that, but he still doesn't get it yet as far as like key moments of games and stuff like that. He still doesn't have that. Deuce McBride doesn't have the numbers, doesn't have the respect on offense yet for Julius Randle to listen to what he has to say at that point of the game. You know what I'm saying? He's like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. And Julius said, yo, man, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. It's like 7 seconds left on the game clock, asshole. Get out of here. Shit is crazy, man. That is extremely frustrating. So I mean, in that regard, that's where a Derrick Rose would make more sense because if Julius had the ball and Julius had it, Derrick Rose would probably clear out and let Julius do his thing. You know. So anyway, I see somebody here. He says you hating. So let's go. Uh, he has a cool name there. I would never be able to pronounce that. So you hating on Mitch and he's not even playing. We're 2-5 without him. How, man? How are we 2-5 without him? And it's not hating. God damn, I hate that about this generation. It's not hating. I'm not hating. Hating would be like, man, he got a better car than me. Or he got a he got a better girl than me. You know, oh, he just got all that money because he's a basketball player. That's a hater. I start every conversation with everyone says that Mitchell Robinson is our best offensive rebounder, right? That's what I said. But Hartenstein is proven that he can get those offensive rebounds too. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Robinson does not communicate on offense or defense. You know what I'm saying? That's a major problem. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Robinson is not an enforcer. He doesn't fuck shit up out there. He doesn't cause anything like that, to any of those intangibles. He doesn't bring that. I keep maintaining that Mitchell Robinson can't make layups. He can't make layups. He always tries to force dunks. You know? That's why he shoots so high as a high percentage, because all he does is shoot dunks like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that he goes for the dunk, he gets fouled. He can't make his free throws. So all those are liabilities, man. But he does have a skill set that's important. You know what I'm saying? But I still maintain that, that we don't need him. Like right now, it's like, oh man, I wish we had Mitch out there. Not never. I would never say that. And people that say that, I just don't get it. So the hate is going towards people, not Mitchell Robinson per se. The hate is going towards people that cap for him. You know. So I'm not with that hating shit, man. That hating shit is trash. Those are all like tired cliches, stuff that I wish would just die with the generation. Yeah, man. So yeah, that shit is whack. That Bogger's gonna stay in Detroit. It's a waste of talent, man. Why would he sign there? Why would he sign with Detroit? If at this stage of his career, to get the money, I guess, to for you can't knock people, but it is what it is. It goes Knicks Nation. Right now, the Knicks definitely got the lead back. We're up by 5. Julius Randle comes around, Hartenstein screen, comes on the inside, kicks it out, turnover, man. Damn it. So I don't think that was Mitchell. That was RJ. So Obi Toppin should have cut. I think that RJ was expecting Obi Toppin to cut, but Obi Toppin stayed in the corner. So I think if Obi Toppin cut, RJ probably would have hit him with the alley oop. So right now, Hartenstein in the post now. He's looking. See, that's another thing too. Hartenstein bounced and spin towards the backboard. He did get fouled, but just the option. He got the ball there. Mitch Robinson would have never attempted to post up like that. He gets the ball, post, spin, inside, bam, hard foul. Look at that. That's a hard foul by Tyler Hero. Hard NBA foul. Wow, man. But here goes Hartenstein at the free throw line. He is a better free throw shooter than Mitchell Robinson. Right on cue, he misses the first one. So I'm at the 10-minute and 29-second mark there. So I don't want to turn this into a hate Mitchell Robinson podcast, but it is what it is, man. It might be, man. It might be, but it's definitely the weather, man. I'm a summer person. I was born in the summer. I got the summer blood inside me, man. I got like the blood of the Taino Indians, and my bloodline says I got ancestry in Nigeria. Yeah, man. So I got my Native American, indigenous blood. I got my African blood and stuff, man. So I love the heat. I hate the cold, man. So my body rejects it. I think I'm born. I think we might end up being in Vegas, man. At one point of my life, if my a wife agrees to that, we might end up moving to fucking Vegas and retire out there, man. I would more appreciate the heat than all this New York City weather. It just becomes snowbirds. For those people that know what that is, snowbirds are people that evacuate, New York City in the wintertime and then they come back in the summer. So I think I might be one of those guys. Buy something in Vegas or maybe Florida and just become snowbirds. Fly down south for the winter and then come back to New York City in the summer where it's popping in the summer in New York. Here go Deuce McBride, another spot 3-point shot. He makes it. So, shout out to Deuce McBride with the 2 3-point shots, man. Him, that's really his role there. Anything more than that is detrimental to this team. He has to be that 3 and D, man. Knock the 3 down and play defense. That's it. So here he is now. He got the ball. So he's bringing the ball up the court here. Him calling offense here, even though I want him to do that, he's not ready yet. Right now, he's the key ball handler right now. He finds Fournier in rhythm. Fournier knocks that down. A good tap by Hartenstein to RJ for the offensive rebound there. So this is a good battle, man. The Miami Heat definitely want to win this. You can see Tyler Hero slam the ball to the floor, man. So you can see the anxiety here with these players. A good drive by Hero, throws the ball ahead of him and runs out and catches that layup right in the teeth of the Knicks defense. So Deuce McBride literally is running offense right now. Fournier comes around the screen, gives it back to no, he doesn't give it to Deuce, gives it to Obi for a fadeaway in the by the free throw line, knocks it down. So it annoys me to see Obi Toppin, get shots like that because he could do that all the time. He has that in his game, but he chooses just to just to be, a peg in the offense rather than just, attacking like his other players are doing. Obi Toppin all over the court there on that play, man. He just released, gets it, lays it up. Good look by Fournier. So you got another intelligent player in Fournier that can create, can ball handle, it can make that pass. So as soon as he got the rebound, he spun and threw that pass to Obi Toppin, man. Good heads up play. Rebound, bounce, and release to Obi. Pass right on the money. Obi catches it and lays it up. So that's the beauty of having the extra ball handlers out there, man. So that's dope for the Knicks. So the Knicks are holding off the Miami Heat, man. Miami Heat don't really have those creators on their squad. That's why their record is where it is. But they're actually above the Knicks right now. So it's interesting, man. They're just a well coached team. Yeah, I missed 137 chat pieces in the chat. That really is irking me. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are talking amongst yourselves and stuff like that. Contributing to the chat. I really appreciate it, man. So there's quite a few people in here. Shout out to Mighty Finesse. I'm always going back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, bunch of guys here, man. I would definitely appreciate your contribution to everything. So Geraldine is always throwing little jabs in there. Geraldine is great. So Gibson is agreeing with Geraldine. I think that Mitch deal could have been made. We are too conservative. Yeah, the one thing with Mitch too, he's on a descending contract, so he has an amazing contract. So it's not like something. Oh, we need to trade him. Oh, we need to get on. Nah, he's on a great contract. So trading Mitchell Robinson, it would actually be it would be a bad thing, just simply how great his contract is. So going forward, him coming off the bench at one point at a lower salary, when once the salary goes down, will be good. For us going forward. You know, Yo, Almighty, is anybody ready for this though? Obi, Mitch, and Cam for OG. I think that's something they would do. Right now, Toronto doesn't have a center. So I could see them taking on a Mitch. They can use Obi over there. For a part of their bench, maybe even possibly as a small forward. But then they got Cam also too, man. So, another guy too, Gary Trent Jr. is a player that they're looking to get up off of. So I mean, it's interesting to see what Toronto does there. I really don't know. They might want to get taller out there, maybe. I mean, they got quite a few players over there that's redundant. So they need to get change the redundancy. So them getting Mitchell Robinson, Obi, and Cam will kind of loosen it up, give them a different look. So I think that's what they need more than anything. Also, to the salary relief, Mitchell Robinson, like I said, he has a great contract. Obi Toppin is approaching the years where he needs to get the re up. Cam Reddish is basically a free agent right now. What do you call it? Ending deal. So this is all positive stuff for them. A team that might be looking to cut salary and that type of thing. So that might actually be something good. OG, I think, is signed for like one more year. I think after this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I mean, I think I would do that. I think that's the trade right there. Mitch, Obi, and Cam. But are people ready for that? You have to give to get. Mitchell Robinson, losing Mitchell Robinson will be a bad thing, to lose him. Obi Toppin losing him too for his talent and potential. Cam too, losing him for nothing. But if we get OG for them, then I'm good with that. Excuse me. I'm good with that. Because when it comes down to it, right now we got Hartenstein who's playing really well. If you get OG in the mix, then we can get to the point where we can have a Julius and OG at the forward spot with RJ. You know what I'm saying? Then you could put Brunson and IQ out there, or Grimes, depending on who's playing well. Now you can put yourself out there with a really good offensive squad at all times. It definitely makes the 8-man rotation a little bit stronger too. Because Tom Thibodeau does 9, but he's gonna go to 8 in the playoffs. So to have OG a part of that, would definitely be a nice mix for the Knicks. He goes, RJ dribbling to nothing there. Good defense by Miami Heat. They do a good job of stopping the Knicks. Spin move by RJ on the inside. Good pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein blows the layup though. Good attempt. Good try there by the Knicks, man, but we just weren't able to close out. Knicks are always leaving shooters open. There goes Gabe Vincent in the corner. He misses everything, man. Shit. So it's 90 to 81. Right now, Miami Heat is not making shots the way they were making earlier in that third quarter now. So we're 7 minutes and 36 seconds as time is ticking here. RJ, top of the key there. Looking. They need to set him a screen there. A little bit too late there. Gets it to Hartenstein. Good pass by Hartenstein inside to Deuce. Deuce with the layup. So there you go. Mitchell Robinson is not a good passer. Hartenstein can make that little pass there. And like I said, I'm trying not to make it about Mitchell Robinson, but just, the skill set of what we need to win. You know, Very good there, man. Hartenstein's playing his ass off right now. Got to give it up to him. I really like the way this Miami Heat competes, man. I really, really appreciate them, as an opponent. Got 145 pieces of chat that I'm missing right now. So I mean, like I said, I see Knicks Nation. I see Knicks Nation talking. You guys really do a good job helping out with this chat and stuff. 69 Mega Man, he's still trying to post stuff. I think 69 Mega is just a Knicks fan. I think he comes on here just to hang out. I think by default, he only could comment, you know, the stuff that he comments, and he really wants to say, good job, Eru. What is going on with my stream here? So now my stream is acting up. All right. Let me see here. Shout out to Paris. Miami is pretty trash. They used to be good. Like I said, Lowry is not as good as he used to be. Knicks moved the ball. Obi Toppin in the corner for 3. He misses that. Niggas Adebayo gets the rebound. Now he's bringing the ball up the court there. Being guarded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein does a good job stopping. They setting a pick for him at the free throw line. Hartenstein got down tough playing defense against Adebayo. Good defense there. Adebayo does score though, but good defense by Hartenstein. Adebayo's a center, for Christ's sake, and he did all that dribbling and stuff. It shows you how this NBA is right now with the style of play. Here goes RJ holding the ball. They got 6 minutes and 30 seconds on my clock. He comes around being guarded by 2 people there. He finds quickly sidesteps there, inside into the paint there. Good move. Doesn't make the shot though, but good move by IQ there. He really needs to try to score, man, instead of trying to only get the foul. That's a big problem with IQ. He goes Adebayo. So Adebayo's taking things in his own hands now, bringing the ball up the court. Now he's going against RJ on the post up. Dribbling, turn around and shoots it. He misses that. Obi with another rebound. He goes RJ on the right-hand side, being guarded by Butler. Oh, step through, layup. Wow, big time play by RJ. I would love to see RJ do that rather than trying to cross over and stuff. Nice little dribble, step through, kind of dribble. Excellent play by RJ, man. So Miami Heat is stuck. Miami Heat got good spacing, man. They run in their plays. They have to because they don't really have the talent right now, and they're not making shots. It goes Tyler Hero, comes in, 15-foot jump shot, knocks it down. Nice looking shot there by Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero, for all the flack that he gets for Knicks fans and stuff, he actually plays really well. Very good basketball player. I'm enjoying watching him play. So not for nothing, man. I'm doing a lot of talking, shit talking and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a podcast, So that's all a part of the whole thing here. All the shit talking and randomness about it. But just watching, enjoying other teams, I really like the way Miami plays, man. So they have an honorable style of basketball. These guys are playing hard and stuff, but there's not a lot of shit talking out there. Everybody's just playing hard. I really appreciate Tyler Hero's game. Very good basketball player. He comes all the way inside, lays it up. Very good basketball player, man. So 94 to 89. They still within striking distance. It's a 2-possession game, 5-point lead by the Knicks with 4 minutes and 53 seconds left. Man, good basketball game. Oh my God, am I gonna make it to work tomorrow? Whew. Yeah, man. If anybody's watching from the job, man, listen, I am legit not feeling good, man. So if I show up to work, tomorrow, man, I need to get a raise. You know what I'm saying? I need to get a personal raise. Phew. Let me see. Shout out to Gibson, man. I gotta give Gibson credit tonight, man. He's definitely the commenter of the game tonight. He said, I love NYC. My mom lived in DC in the 90s. I spent some time in Manhattan and Queens. It reminds me of San Francisco and Seattle. So you've been all around the world. Ay, 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 huh? Been around the world and ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's good to see how other people live, man. DC is different. I've been to DC quite a few different times at different points of my, adult life and stuff. Even as a kid, I've been out there as a kid too, field trips and that type of thing. But I got a chance to go to do some what's that shit called out there? Um, what's that music that they're known for in the DMV area? Ah, yeah, yeah. Well, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, go-go dancing. There you go. The go-go shit. I've been to a couple go-go parties. Ill, very ill, man. Different vibe. It's weird too because you can walk down the block and then like you see like senators and shit live over there, and it's just like it looks like a movie set. And then you come down the block and then it's like another movie set. It's like you go from like a presidential, like high class kind of area, and then you just cross the street and then you literally right in the wire. It looks like the freaking wire. So DC is bugged out. They keep saying they want to make DC a state. The DMV area, you can literally run around that thing. Like, you can run around the DC area. To make it a state, it's kind of weird. Maybe reconfigure it. Maybe call the DMV area, maybe make that a state. But what are they gonna call it? DMV? I don't get it. They already have a Washington state, so they're gonna call a Washington DC a state. But it's already a Washington state, you know? Or they could just call it District of Columbia, right? Shout out to The Wire. They show my man from The Wire there. Quite a few stars out there today. I see Spreewell. Spreewell's definitely on the payroll. That's another thing too. Dolan is on gets cracked off for not giving back to the old players. But Spreewell used to curse Dolan out on the court. Anybody remember that? You know, if Dolan popped up sideline, Spreewell used to curse him out. You know what I'm saying? He used to curse him out while he was a player, as a Knick player. He used to curse Dolan out on the sideline. And now look at him. He's like working for the Knicks now. Definitely, doing all kind of fan events. He's at the Garden every night. And I don't know what he's doing or what capacity he's working with the Knicks. But you want to talk about giving back to the players? He's done that. Larry Johnson, everybody. It's always the assholes on the squads that don't get no love. You know, Hartenstein blows a layup, man. I'm just trying to give that guy as much props as possible, and he just blows a layup there. Here goes Tyler Hero, runs up the court there. He might have got fouled by Hartenstein from behind. Good fight for the rebound there. Referee's gonna get up in there. What are they gonna do? They call a Knicks ball. Wow. What did they call? They call a foul in the Knicks? That should have been a jump ball. I mean, these referees are something else, man. I don't know what they called there. So the rebounds around there. Quentin Grimes and Adebayo fighting for the rebound. So after that, they decided to call a foul. I'm watching all this is dead ball stuff. All this is dead ball stuff. So there should be no call. There should be no call. But Julius absolutely has two hands on that ball there. So it should have been a jump ball. So they're not calling a jump ball. They call a foul on Quentin Grimes. Ain't that something? Ain't that bad up? Let me see. What else is going on here? Excuse me, guys. Geraldine says, "What kind of work do you do, Eru?" Well, I just give you the general thing. I work for the city. I work outside for the city. Sounds like I'm like a freaking streetwalker, right? Working for in these elements, you know what I'm saying? Miami Heat are working hard there. Good defense by the Knicks. Miami Heat are taking bad shots too. They're not really they're running offense, but they're not getting the most out of what they're doing. Right now, the Knicks are running something here too. The Knicks are a little bit more frantic than them. One thing I don't like about the Knicks, they do a lot of like pity pat stuff. You know, like just now, Julius brought the ball up. He gave it to IQ, and then IQ turned around and gave it right back to Julius. So why even go through that? It's kind of like a wasted movements. You know, to just get the ball and give it right back to them in the same spot. Like, so what was the point of running top speed to get the ball just to give it right back to them? It's stupid. This is a big waste of time. But it ends up with nothing, man. Turnover by the Knicks, though. So here comes Gabe Vincent here dribbling the ball up the court. Gives it to Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero got a full head of steam, man. Gives it into Adebayo there, driving there, spin move into it in his office there. Adebayo doesn't score like 4 or 5 points straight in his fourth quarter in that area. He has 28 points. RJ dribble handoff to Julius, another dribble handoff to IQ. IQ dribbling, give it back to RJ. RJ all the way to the basket, comes down. He does get the foul on the floor probably, but I think he's gonna get free throws. So good hard drive by RJ, man. You gotta give RJ those driving lanes. See right there, RJ drives. That's his bread and butter right there. Him able to drive down there. See, Gabe Vincent on just found out why it's not a good idea to swipe at RJ when he drives, and RJ misses the first free throw. Sheesh. So making both free throws would have been ideal because it would have gave us 96-91. That would have been a 5 point lead. So now RJ has to make this next one and make it 95-91. And that only makes it a two possession game. But 4 and 5, 4 and 5 points is a big difference in the NBA. So Gabe Vincent gets the ball down the court and they call a timeout. So we got 3 minutes and 20 seconds here in this fourth quarter. Really good basketball game, man. I really appreciate the way Miami Heat is playing us right now. Well, we definitely need to get this win. No handshakes here to in this fourth quarter. We definitely need to pull out this win. Scrolling down here, I see Ashley Inkman. Shout out to Ashley. Oh my god, this rotation is suspect. It's frustrating. This rotation is frustrating, but you got to do what you got to do. See, look, RJ's playing right now in this fourth quarter. How come he didn't play against LeBron James and those guys the other night? Why did he bench him for so long? I know I put money on the game, and of course RJ not playing was a detriment to what I was trying to do. But just for the Knicks playing basketball, we needed a change. We needed to change the pace. So it would have been nice to get RJ in there for 3 minutes, take him out, and then put him back in there for another 3 minutes and whatever, just to mix it up. But Tom Thibodeau chose not to do that. He just chose to put the fire underneath those five guys and just force them to try to win the game for them, which is just a cop out as a coach. You know. Shout out to Cully, man. I did give Cully the link. I gave it to him on his Instagram. But Cully said he's talking to Cully. He said I went the same way with Jason Terry, Aaron Brooks, and Nate Robinson. So I missed something. I missed a comment. Oh, okay. You're in Seattle. Yeah, Seattle's dope. I want to go to Seattle. I actually have family out there. So you went to the same high school as Jason Terry, Aaron Brooks. Man, that was a big time era there. Also too, you see Rayner. What's the name of that bodybuilder too? The bodybuilder that won all those um Tyler Hero just missed a 3 point shot there. Offensive rebound by Miami Heat. So there was a bodybuilder that actually played basketball too, but he chose to become a bodybuilder. Once he realized his NBA career was not going to happen, he started bodybuilding. So he was part of that group too. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. That's Mr. Gibson. I'm talking about Gibson. Brandon Roy is from your hood too. Okay, cool, man. So you know what I'm talking about? Um um Gibson. The bodybuilder, I can't think of his name. He's the light skinned dude, got nice little eyes, man, bald headed cat, from Seattle. He played with all those guys, coming into college, man. Shit. I wish I worked for them, man. They said that's like probably like one of the best jobs in the city, working for the parks department, because you get to be outside and working and stuff like that, and they don't really stress you too much. I heard, you know, money wise is not really the best, but when it comes to like relaxation and really enjoying your job, people that work for the parks department actually love it, man. I know quite a few people that transfer from there and they work with me, and they said they had a really great time working there. And then sometimes they try to do seasonal stuff if they can, but they don't really allow dual employment. Tyler Hero driving all the way to the basket there, good shot there, nice little floater. So it's a one possession game now, 100 to 97. So the Knicks has been here before, man. Knicks got to do a good job, better job of closing out, man. Yes, Phil Heath. Yes. So do you remember him? Because he grew up around those guys. I never seen him play, but they said that he was pretty good. He had like a really good vertical leap. It goes RJ driving there, driving all the way to the basket off his left hand. Julius with the rebound. What did they call? What did they call? What did they call? I don't know what they called. They called something. So here goes RJ driving there all the way to the basket. So they called goaltending. So that's goaltending because it went off the glass. It had no shot of going in. But as soon as it hits the glass, you can't block it. It hit the glass. That's goaltending. So that's absolutely, they can't really argue that. So it's a dead ball now. Knicks are up by 5. 1 minute 22 seconds left. 2 possession game. 2 3-point shots will make the Knicks win right now. I mean, will make Miami win. So Knicks got to protect that 3-point line right now. Miami Heat doesn't look like they're trying to get anything outside of a foul line jump shot for Oladipo and 3-point shots for everybody else. Even though Tyler Hero's been doing a good job getting to the basket too. So he did shoot it. He shot it, hit the backboard, and then he blocked it. So that's an offense. That's a goaltending. That's goaltending all the way. When I played, I used to do that. Whenever I played in tournaments and stuff like that, if I know somebody's gonna come in to block it, I would just shoot it at the backboard really quick. Try to get it up on the backboard quick, and they're gonna call a goaltend. Because soon as it hits it, even though it has no shot at going in, if you block it off the backboard, then it's goaltending. So I remember as a player, I used to always try to do that. But like I said, I used to play tournaments, not necessarily. I never played organized ball, but playing with a ref, Excuse me, guys. Yeah, playing with a ref and things like that, you have to manipulate the rules a little bit because you know what they're gonna call. Yeah, definitely in the union. Definitely a unionized job. Yeah, that's definitely a goaltend, man. Yeah, so that could be also looked at myth. That could be looked at as psychological for Tom Thibodeau to get under RJ to make him play better by benching him. But by benching RJ, man, you basically alienate everybody. You alienate the fans and everything. You alienate everybody. Phoenix Jones. So he goes on Miami Heat with another score. So that's Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's a good basketball player, man. You got to give it up to him. 102 to 99. If there's a player that I would like to pluck off Miami Heat, it would be Tyler Hero. He goes RJ right into a double team, into a triple team. He has no way to get around that. So he's lucky that the referees called it out on Miami. But RJ went right into a triple team just now and had no option to pass. The X button is not working for him. 56 seconds on my clock, guys. Let me reset this time here. 56 seconds on my clock. Knicks are down. I mean, Knicks are up. Excuse me, Lord have mercy. Now let me jinx them. Knicks are up by a 3-point basket, man. So one possession game. With the ball, Knicks have the ball, so there's no pressure for the Knicks to actually score because we're winning. But you don't want to put the pressure on the defense. So the Knicks, what I would do, the Knicks, they're gonna call a timeout. They're gonna run a play. They need to run a play, not an ISO play. They need to run something to try to get some offense going here. So because it would be nice to get a layup or to get a nice little bucket or maybe possibly get a foul, something. The Knicks have to have an opportunity to put some more points on this board on this possession. Getting an offensive rebound and a new shot clock would be excellent as well. So those are two major things there that I would like to get here. Run a nice play, try to get a good shot, get the shot up, and then possibly get the offensive rebound and get the shot clock back again. If we do that, that's gonna be great for us. And then at that point, then on Miami Heat would probably start playing the foul shot game. So on the Miami Heat side of things, just run your defense and let the Knicks think because the Knicks don't never run anything good. They try to go ISO. Stay down on the defense, look for a bad shot to be put up, and then try to take advantage of the Knicks on the fast break to get the layup. That's what Miami Heat should do. So anyway, we're watching this game together, guys. 102 to 99. 52 seconds about to inbounds here. RG's inbounding the ball there. Looking, I see Grimes try to drive the lane there. Ah man, look, this is a nightmare. Damn it, could not get the ball inbounds. Good foul by Julius there. Julius had to foul him to prevent the basket, but that was a nightmare. No time came off the clock there, so now Adebayo is going to shoot free throws. That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare because that's essentially what I just said. That Miami Heat needs to play defense to try to take advantage of the Knicks' mistakes. Knicks couldn't even get the ball inbounds, guys. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get the ball inbounds. Everybody's running around and nobody came to the ball. So RG had to give it to Randall in a bad spot. Oladipo came over the top, knocked it loose, and now he's getting free throws. So he has to make his free throws here, Oladipo. There's not enough fans behind the backboard that's distracting him. What is going on with the fans behind the bench? They have no thunder sticks, making noise and stuff. There's nobody even standing up while he's shooting. Unrealistic, man. So Adebayo's getting free throws here. He makes the first one. Knicks are up by 2, 1 possession game. Yeah. Out of Oladipo, he has to make it. He makes it. So Knicks are only up by 1, 52 seconds left. So Knicks got to go the full length of the court now. RJ's bringing the ball up the court. It's so ironic. RJ's now bringing the ball up the court tonight, and just the other night he wasn't even playing. So here goes RJ again. Stops his dribble, can't get a pass out. Gets the Grimes. We wasted the whole shot clock now. Now look, they're being double teamed. Grimes dump pass off to Hartenstein. Wow, man, the Knicks made fucking water into wine just now. 3-point lead there. Tyler Hero there in the prime position locks up a 3-point shot. He misses that. Wow. So you saw that coming. He was setting it up for the 3-point shot. So here go the Knicks can't get the ball. Knicks can't get the ball up the court. Another turnover. Good defense by Miami. Knicks are doing a good job stopping that 3-point line, man. Good defense there. Look at Hartenstein. Yes. So the Knicks did a great job stopping that 3-point shot there. And then Julius Randle got caught up in the mix, was able to get a nice little dunk there. So wow, man. The Knicks are so lucky right now. Knicks are so lucky because Miami Heat did everything they needed to do defensively, to get the ball out of the Knicks' hands. But because this group does not stop, they're always active. Shout out to Hartenstein, shout out to Grimes, basically saved the Knicks' lives just now. So look, RJ can't dribble. They got him dribbling. Simple double team stopped that. Quentin Grimes trying to do something. Give it back to RJ. Bad decision. RJ with that stupid spin move that he does there. But shout out to Grimes and Hartenstein constantly moving, able to create, manufacture those buckets there. So big time play there by the Knicks. Wow, man. Frantic play here. Give credit to the Knicks for getting out on these 3-point shooters to make Miami Heat do these frantic passes. But also shout out to Quentin Grimes and Hartenstein basically saving the Knicks' possessions, the last 2 possessions, them being active and them having their heads on the swivel, communicating, knowing how to cut, knowing how to get into open spots to make plays. Hartenstein saving the ball, giving the ball to Grimes to make a decision, finds Julius Randle because he got his heads up, and he makes that dunk. And the Knicks are up by 5, 2-possession game with 5 seconds left. That should be the end of the game there. But I mean, Miami Heat's been doing everything right. So right now, Miami needs to get a shot up quick. I think they either need to try to get to the basket quick to get a 2. I think that's what they should do. Probably get a quick 2. I think they need to get a quick 2. They need to drive to the basket and get a quick 2. I think that's what Miami Heat needs to do, and then start playing the foul game. But 5 seconds is an eternity. But whatever they're gonna do, they need to do it quickly. So I see them curl play 3-point shot. They chose to do the 3-point shot. Wow, big time shot there, man. Who was that? Who was that shot that? That's Strauss. I think that was Strauss. Wow, big time 3-point shot there by Miami Heat. No time came off the clock. Basically, 2.9. They might actually add some time to the clock after this little timeout here. Big time shot there, man. So it makes it a 1-possession game. Wow, big time shot there. Shot goes in with 3.2 seconds on the clock. So they're probably going to add some time to the clock. We'll see. But I mean, they need to add some more time to the clock because the time kept going after the shot went in. But 2.9 seconds on the clock there. They're probably going to start fouling as soon as Knicks get the ball. They're probably going to foul right away. So this is interesting, man. Interesting. Unbelievable. Well, good. This is a good game, though. It's a good game. Why you calling him Frankenstein, man? He definitely played really good, man. Heart attack Knicks. Shout out to what's his name? Shop Powers always calls him cardiac Knicks. You know. So Paris Duggar, he might be ahead of us right now. So I see Fournier's out there, RJ's out there. Tom Thibodeau's doing the most. IQ's out there, Grimes is out there, and I guess Julius is the big man. Yes, is he? Yeah. So Hartenstein came out for Fournier. So here we go. Quentin Grimes is going to have the inbounds pass here. Knicks are up, so we're not desperate to score. We just need to hold the ball. We need to get the ball in bounds. Get the ball in bounds and possibly just launch a shot, and that game is over. Knicks can't get the ball in bounds. What the hell? Almost another steal. Wow, that was a steal. They calling a foul there. They need to review that. I know this is a Knicks podcast, but they need to review that. Miami wants to try to get an advantage. They might need to review that one. So I mean, the ball comes in, Julius Randle gets it, and then Julius Randle falls down. Yeah, they need to review that because there was no foul call there. Review that. Are they going to review it? No, they're not. So they're not going to. Are they going to review it? Yeah, they're going to review it. So that's going to be overturned. It's going to be a Miami Heat ball. So 2 seconds left. This is interesting, man. I don't want to lose this game, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, man. Knicks can't even take the ball out. It's unbelievable. It's like we always find a new way to lose games every single night, man. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I thought they called a timeout. Did they call a timeout? Oh no, they still talking, doing another thing there. So I mean, after the referees go through this, it's going to be Miami Heat ball, man. Once they get that, yeah, my freaking muscles are getting tight, man. Like I told you, like see the triceps, y'all see them triceps. So I've been in the gym working out very hard, man. I've been, I told you I've been working out since January 3rd, and I have not missed a day. So the chest is getting nice and hard and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stomach is still there. But you gotta build. You can't build a empire in a day. You know what I'm saying? So I really been pumping. Getting the resistance training every single day. I have not taken the day off since January 3rd. So here we are a whole month, 30 days. I think I'm at my 31st day today of straight training, man. So still got a couple more weeks left. Um, how many more days I got left? 5. They got like 25 more days, I think. 25 more days. So I think that I'm trying to read their lips. So I think it says Miami Heat possession. Oh my God. There goes Shaw. Shaw's paying attention. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in every single night with the play-by-play and stuff. But I call that, man, and it's definitely look. RJ got it, and RJ just fell. He just fell down, and they call a foul. Reaction call, but that's definitely Miami Heat basketball. Got my hand sanitizer here. Hand sanitizer is running out of liquid here, so I gotta like slap it out. All this coughing and stuff. That's another thing too. Like when I'm just sanitizing my equipment and stuff like that, because all this coughing and shit that I'm doing. So I definitely got to do that before I go to bed. Sanitize the equipment. But that's another thing too. From all the heat that's in this area, but the germs never go away. So you definitely gotta take your time to sanitize stuff. Keep things fresh. So this is a long, 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 long timeout now. The referees did what they did. Now they call a timeout. So they reset the clock. No. I see game reset. I don't know why they said that, but the Miami Heat has a foul to give. It looks like. 2.1 seconds left. Miami Heat's ball. She 2 seconds is enough time to get a 3-point shot off, man. Look at Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's ready. He got the tingles. Oh my God! Please don't spoil it for me in the chat. Shit. 2.1 seconds left right now. Looking to get the a ball in bounds. Uh, that's Gabe Vincent out of bounds. Gabe Vincent being guarded by IQ. IQ is blowing in his hands, looking around, pointing. Okay. Ball's in play. Here comes the referee. Give them the damn ball already. Gabe Vincent with the ball. Try to get the ball in bounds. Gives it to Tyler Hero. Oh my God. He catches it. Wow. So I mean, that was the perfect play. That was a perfect play. Tyler Hero to get it, for him to get to the 3-point line, spin and turn and shoot within rhythm. And he missed it. But that was perfect. That was a perfect play call by Miami Heat. Perfectly executed. Looks like the Knicks were not prepared for it. Anyway, big time play there. What I love now, I'm watching these guys at the end of the game. These guys competed. There's no malice. They play very hard with each other. Now these guys are embracing each other. Definitely giving each other kudos for playing such a great game today, man. So listen, I appreciate that. The sportsmanship at basketball is something that's missing. There's too much. This is like the disrespect world. Like it's more fun to disrespect somebody rather than to show appreciation for for your opponent, man. So I think this Miami Heat club with the Knicks club, I think these guys really appreciate the competition between each other. Of course, they want to win, the rivalry stuff like that. But both teams are in kind of in flux. They're both trying to figure out their stuff. They're in both different positions in their careers right now. The Miami Heat and the Knicks. But the rivalry is going to come back. Both teams will have to wait their turn to get the players that they need to get there, man. So both teams are in kind of transition. The Knicks might actually be ahead of them right now. But we'll see. The trade deadline is coming. So listen, man. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to get on again around 10 to do some trade stuff. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate everybody for coming in there. Big time contribution to the chat today. At one point I had missed like 180 something pieces of chat. So that's a lot of commentary out there, man. So I really appreciate you guys for coming in and hanging out with me watching this game. Shout out to Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor usually contributes a lot to the regular comments on YouTube. So shout out to Kevin Taylor, man. Julius Randle reminds me of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Absolutely. Yeah, man. So, between last year, especially, definitely a big thing there. So here goes Paris Duggar, you know, waiting for my $2. He gives it to me. He says, why was RJ's slow butt our heroes tip? I don't know. Because it's Tom Thibodeau's going by reputation, or RJ's our best defender. He guards whatever. So that was the game plan there. Who would you have? I would have put Quentin Grimes on him, right? That would have been like the smartest thing. But my thing is like not knowing who the ball was going to. It's like the Knicks were surprised that Tyler Hero got the ball because of how open he was and how the Knicks were just like, oh shit, they didn't know what they were gonna do. They weren't. It's like they weren't prepared for it. It's very odd. I love Julius Randle Sunday. Right now they're interviewing him. He's on the court there. So I mean, watch. I mean, time flies, guys. I think Julius Randle Sunday might be like 6. 5 or 6. I think he might be 6. So if he's 6, just fast forward to like another like not even 20 years. You want to fast forward to like 15 years from now. You know what I'm saying? That kid might be in the NBA in 15 years. Time flies, yo. I'm trying to tell you. I remember when Kobe Bryant and those guys were rookies. Kobe Bryant's like around my age. Not Kobe Bryant and passed away. Done retired and passed away. Unbelievable, man. Time ain't shit, man. So listen, you gotta really enjoy yourself. What I'm saying? Stop getting so mad about stuff. Like I was joking around about the whole Lowry's butt and I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson, but people always coming to the defense. Are you a hater? Listen, man, life is too short for that bullshit. Life is too short. Like hear what I'm saying. Not stop getting so mad about certain things, man. It doesn't make no sense. So anyway, good win. We needed this absolutely. It definitely makes up for that game yesterday. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you, mind cushion, man. It's always cardiac Knicks, and it's like that every day with these Knicks fans too. Me included, me included, absolutely. Uh, yeah, man, get some sleep. I think I might give me some tea or something like that. I really don't have no medicine to take. I don't really don't know what to take. It's really just all post nasal drip going on. That's why I'm coughing and stuff. I'm not coughing because there's anything in my chest. I'm coughing because there's the post-nasal drip stuff going on, man. Nothing you can really do about that. Yeah, so thank you, Myth. Shout out to I have Jarrell's here. Yeah, man. Yeah, this Knicks game is the most important thing to me, man. Shout out to Generation JL. I better not be at work tomorrow. We'll see, man. We'll see. Got to make this money, man. I can't be just taking days off. And I know, that's the one thing too. People chase money. That's one thing too. I'll leave you out with that. People like to chase money and stuff, but they forget about being around in the long run. So all those days that you come to work and you do stuff that you shouldn't be doing, all for the sake of the dollar. You know what I'm saying? And then you end up like missing 5 days instead of one day. Because you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, got to keep things in perspective. Look at the long run and things of that nature. So anyway, it's your boy E Rule. Good win for the Knicks. Good to be back in the win column. Trade deadline is coming February 9th, man. Right now it's February 2nd. When we wake up, it'll be February 3rd. 6 more days left of this stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen next. We'll see what happens. The Knicks really do need help. I don't know if the Knicks are going to get it for them, but take a look at Miami. That Miami team, they can make a trade. That all of a sudden they're going to be back in the upper echelons of things too. So I mean, a lot of things can happen in this league, but it is what it is. This is the fun of it, the grindhouse of the NBA, the enjoyment of watching these guys playing basketball, living out our dreams through these players, throughout the times. So it is what it is, man. It's your boy Eru. I'm out of here. Peace, and I see you next time, man. Enjoy the outro, and I see you tomorrow, probably around 10 o'clock to do this again, man. Do some draft talk, man. So anyway, I see you guys later. Peace. Oh, 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb. Salute. I'm out of here.
Eru, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, he need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves, and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team, and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name, and it is on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back.